All right, everybody all right? Tube to be here. By the tube, by the Ricama, Alahim. Isn't that right? So I say they went live with it. They said, you know what? It turned out, yeah, it kind of distorted if you hear, I'm kind of loud, I guess. It's kind of distorted when you hear both of them playing together, but they let them do their thing the way they did it. It came out there live, plenty of energy. That's what I'm talking about. Isn't that right? One state, one goal, salvation. So no relation other than a heart for the well, y'all. That's enough. That's all the relation you need. Isn't that right? Better than sexual relation. Isn't that right? Got a heart for the well, got affection, a heart for the well, y'all. Then you gotta have for Yahuwah. That's right. For it being Yahushua. Yes, otherwise it's in vain. Is it just me? It sound kind of loud. Am I basing? This is the way I got it out. Is it I? All right, we'll be getting ready to move forward in a second. Man, I tell you what, boy, this show been nigga hot. They said about 250 million Americans going through a heat wave. 250. Mr. Yahuwah talking. They're not gonna listen. They're not gonna listen. It don't matter how many different variants he put on them. It don't matter how hot, how much flood he put. These people not gonna repent. Make no mistake, they're not gonna repent, but it's only set to do exactly what he intended for it to do. Turn the laws of those that got a mind to Yara and that want to fear him. Those that are gonna be saved, gonna be saved. Those that not, they're not gonna be saved anyway. Isn't that right? There's the only opportunity people gonna get. I mean, he talking. It ain't getting no better. I don't know what they waiting on. They keep waiting on these people to get them a cure. They already told them they gotta go get a booster shot. Now you done got the first 2 shots, you done there died. Now you finna go get a booster on top of that. I mean, you don't know what your body finna do when you throw it in there 3 times. They'll learn. These people kill over, we'll go and pick your goods up. Yes, sir. You know right? I'm gonna get your house, I'm gonna piss on your toilet. I ain't gonna let the seat up either. You wouldn't listen, you just had to go down there and get that shot. Again, I ain't gonna tell y'all this Qatar, but you go ahead and you get it. Once you start falling to the ground, roll like a mangy dog, slobbing at the mouth. Y'all know how I rule, when you hit the ground, stomp them out. Especially you got that shot, we're trying to purge at that point. How many of y'all gonna think about getting that shot? Not at all. Did y'all listen to the show? And y'all I seen kind of, is it me when I turn? Is it kind of loud? Trying to the mic because the fans. Bring it down some. Bring it down to where? To the bottom. That better? That sound all right? Okay, that did it. Tim, that's what I'm talking about. Tim like a new person, don't he? Now. Isn't that right? Yeah. Well, make no mistakes. It's definitely serious with the disease out here. It's serious with the weather. It's serious with everything. They're gonna have to have another shutdown. I think I was leaving at the house. I seen, I think some state, Mississippi, they shut down 3 schools or 3 school districts. It's bad. They're gonna try to fight it. White people just stubborn. They just gotta keep fighting it and act like they gonna beat it and we gonna beat it, it's gonna go. Ain't nothing going away. I tell you, just stop believing these people. It's here to stay for a while. It's here to do exactly what Mr. Hood said. He said it went out of his mouth. It's not gonna return back to him void. Make no mistakes, it's gonna be him. You might wife first. I remember I came out and said I was a critic of people getting these decorative masks and these dresses. I always got the little cheap one. I ain't got time. I said, God, by the time I invest all that money in that jumper, you know what? You might well go and get you one to go with all your shirts and your pants. Get you one to go with your drawers too. Get one to go across your behind hole. Make sure you don't get it up there too. It's just bad. We stuck. That's just all to it. We stuck. That's a good thing. You know what? It done changed everything we know to be normal. It ain't normal no more. This the new normal. You know, they running out of supplies of stuff. You can't get stuff. You on back order stuff shutting down. People gonna close down. It's gonna keep getting worse. Whatever your Lord desire, your heart desire you to do, make it salvation first. I tell anybody, don't make it nothing. If it's before salvation, you doomed. Everything these people think, it's like these kids coming out thinking they're gonna go and play professional football, they're gonna make it. They're gonna get right out there, it's gonna be a flop. They're going to have to keep flopping. They can't make no money with people sitting at home watching football. Now that you're going to do pay-per-view. There ain't no money in it. I'm telling you, they got to have you down. And guess what? People at the wild, they're going to get tired. They're going to realize, you know what? I just can't go. Whole family's sick. He's going to keep destroying that place. Whatever it takes, at the end of the day, whatever it takes for us to be saved. How many of y'all got a mind whatever it takes for you to be saved? That's why it's him. You wouldn't be saved no other way. If everything were open like it used to be, a lot of folks, you have options. Now, which options you got? Where you going to go? I want to go somewhere and party and come up dead later. Ain't that right? Wherever you go, listen, you're going to get infected. Everybody got it. They're going to ask you these dumb questions. They say, have you been around exposed to anybody with COVID? I said, who ain't? Ask me them stupid questions. Who ain't been exposed to somebody with COVID? How do you know you ain't been exposed to nobody with COVID? That's a dumb question. Instead of asking me, do I know if I had it, said, I'll tell you the truth. Is it going to prevent you from doing what you're supposed to do for me? Yes. No, I haven't. No, I don't have it. Don't ask me no stupid question. No, anybody going to admit they got it. Who's going to admit they got COVID? Nobody going to admit that stuff. People going to tell lies. Yeah, I'm good. Then you tell, hey, go get a shot. Go get checked. It's serious. You just don't want to spread it. Listen, I'm not afraid of it to the extent these people got it. I just don't want to deal with it again if I ain't got to. So if you got it, go get yourself checked. That's all. Hey, it ain't nothing. Once you know you got it, we know how to treat it. But you're going to lie to yourself and keep going around infecting other people and keep getting other people sick. That's just stupid. It don't make sense. Just stupid. I know some mine, they hard-headed too. They'll get and go to the store everywhere else. Somebody got to come touch the stuff. Then we trying to figure out where it's coming from. The people that get it too retarded to sit down somewhere. Just too retarded. Just stay home. Stay out the street. Wait until you get better. Why are you going to mess up other people? Then it just keep going around and it flow right back. People don't know why it keep going around. Because nobody got a brain in their head to realize stay home, wait till you get clear, and just stay away from around everybody so we can kill at least that little bit out. They'll keep going out, bring it back in, shoot it back out, get it somebody, bring it back in, shoot it back out, bring it back in. It's like, it's just retarded. I don't know. Especially when you see how many people being affected. It ain't nothing but like a super strand of the flu. But who want the flu? Who want a cold? So why would you come around people you know you sneeze? Listen, if you sneezing and you coughing and you don't feel good, you got it, nigga. Now, you can lie to yourself. They can stick that thing in your nose and say you ain't got it. I know they'll lie. Let me tell you something. Y'all better stop listening to these people make a fool like you talking about you just sick. These strands are changing up so much. They only got one test. The test ain't catching everyone. These folks going around, they sick, and they come back talking about, oh, they say ain't got it. You got it, nigga. Now, y'all can play them lying game around here and tell them folks that told you got it. I know you got it, nigga. Y'all hear me? That's nigga, capital N nigga, capital I nigga, capital G, G, E-R. I want to make sure I have no G's in it. Throw one more G in there just for GP. Isn't that right? I'm trying to put out there and tell the truth, people. Why y'all keep spreading this stuff? You got it, set your behind down somewhere. Stay behind home. You ain't doing nothing no way. In the way, messing up stuff, just stay home. When I had it, I stayed home. I went out drive nowhere, let me go check on something. Set your behind down. Only time I went out when I went to get checked, they said I was free. I ain't know how to act. I wrote, I said, am I really free? It's like you got your slave paper. When you get that thing come back, that thing say you negative, it's like you ain't got your slave paper. And so you had to take how many tests? 3? Some of them had to take 4 tests. How many of y'all had to take more than 1 test? Before you would find it, I'm talking before you would find it negative. How many you had to take? 3? How many you had to take? 3. One said good, the other one said negative. I said, I don't know what it is. Yeah, you just stay away. Your tests arguing with each other. How many you had to take, Ken? You took 4 of them? Yeah, I'm telling you, you had to take 4, didn't you? 2. Sound like more than that. We just glad y'all alive. Y'all made it. How many of y'all thought you might be the person that might die when you got it? I did too. I mean, that just shows, you know what happened with a lot of people while they dying? Because they put that phobia in your mind. They do. A lot of those people that keep showing y'all on the news, ask them, say, is that the only health problem these people got? They don't tell y'all nothing else. That's not the only problem them people got. I don't care if they kids. Listen, if people die from the flu. Every year, thousands of people die from the flu. They just never advertise it. Everybody's body reacts differently to a virus. You can be healthy and still die from a virus. It's just because your body just doesn't fight well. Your immune system is constantly fighting different things. It never stops fighting. It's always fighting unless you get HIV, something that causes a deficiency in your immune system. That's why a lot of those people wind up dying from cancer. You watch a lot of people that wind up having AIDS, cancer is usually what they die by. It's still AIDS, but it's just because the immune system drops. Bone marrow, they get different things that come up with. We know you got pneumonia because your immune system stopped working. That's what it does, it crippled the immune system. So one of our biggest things is to sit up and get our immune system in. But the first immune system we need to work on is our immunity to be able to fight and combat catarrh. That's it. Hello? The book told you to resist Satan. What happened? He'll flee, which means your immune system got to be high. Most of y'all, you got like real low immune system. A little bit of stuff will trigger you and you'll faint, you'll quit, and you'll cry, you'll hide, you'll find reason to try to hide on the rock some reason. That's not my answer. That's not my answer. I ain't trying to hide from nobody. And I'm gonna live my life, I'm gonna live right. I got my mind set on, listen, I would live right before Corona came. I'm gonna live right while it's here, I'm gonna live right when it's gone. When he established his Manhood, I still got the same plan, live right. Isn't that right? It's just when you see Corona, you watch all the people dying and stuff just shut up in your face and stuff closed down and how the whole world changed. I had to pee today. I went to Chick-fil-A. I told Larry, I said, Mama, I'm gonna go in to Chick-fil-A right quick. I went to Chick-fil-A for a look. I looked there, I said, they said, we closed. I was like, huh? I said, I gotta pee. They said, yeah, you can't pee. I said, yeah, you probably wanna go to Buffalo Wild Wing. I'm like, it's 9 something in the morning, ain't no Buffalo Wild Wing open. I told her, I said, I ought to piss in front of this door out here. Had me pissed twice. I mean, you remember time you could stop and use a bathroom space, you gonna spend money. Days over with. You spend your money, but they ain't gonna let you piss. Everybody ought to wear a diaper. I'm gonna give me a little powder on the diaper, I'm gonna put them in there. Y'all see me, I got a little bulge in the back, I ain't got none, that diaper on. It ain't gonna let me piss, I gotta be prepared. If I have the number 2, it's just because I'm comfortable. Oh, okay, all right, let's pull that, let's do that. All right, how many of y'all niggas ain't messed up in your drawers since you been grown? Go ahead and tell it like, crank that pool up. So thank you to have a diaper on. It's time to get stacked. Ain't that right? Like Big Lisa, I guess it's like a baby pamper, it all depends. Oh, y'all too good for a diaper? Man, ain't no bathrooms out here. Y'all better get y'all a little diaper. I usually didn't want one. I'll go get me one of them. Ain't that right? I just don't want to stick my legs. I get the one just put up like that. That way you just pull up and drop it and keep walking. So you got to pull and you step and that thing get on your ankle or on your sock, you done. Some of y'all done thought about this. What if we make y'all something we write on? These are not diapers. These are emergency wear. A lot of it is just the verb. How many of y'all interested in buying some? I'm telling you, that bathroom closed out, that diaper that came in handy today with that extra pad in the front. These little baby, man, y'all got it made. You just lay around there and piss all over yourself. Nobody think nothing different there either. Folk come change, ooh, look at you just smell, ooh, look at that little baby. Do me. Why let one of them St. Bernard turds out like that? Hello, y'all all right? See some of Dexter member leaving. Your members offended by the diaper? See how he run that congregation. Y'all all right? Young people, old people, everybody all right? We're going to get ready to try to move forward, talk to y'all a little bit, see what does say Mr. Yahuwah. Them fans making too much noise. We're just going to have to just cut them off. It's just hot. Yeah, you're making too much noise for me. We'll make it work. 2 men up down in there running. Sorry, I got helicopters in my ears. I know a nigga, we started running. So I grew up, we had to run from the helicopter. Most of y'all don't know nothing about that. We'd holler that hawk in there. That hawk in there, but you got to stroll, you got to roll, you got to look for a creek. That's only gonna make sense. You know, we cut me down now, fan off, yeah. So I sound kind of human. Yeah. 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 What? What? Yeah, it's a lot. Oh, we know. Y'all all right? All right, we'll make it work. All right, we'll try to talk to y'all a little bit. See what does say Mr. Yahuwah. If y'all smell that stuff, that's not weed. And it's not hemp. I ain't got no hemp to be up here wasting. That's sage. I encourage those watching in too. Y'all try to get some sage and burn it around your house too. It's good for letting it loose. Supposed to be good for help fighting the virus. At this point, it ain't gonna hurt. You trust the white man, everything he tell you, trust us on that. So how many of y'all know about sage and the benefit of burning sage? How many of y'all burn at your house? How many of y'all burning weed at your house? Tell the truth. Trying to mix it on in with the sage, you know? I think they say that marijuana. No, they got, no, I ain't gonna open that up. You open that up, boy, it's gonna be a mess in there. I'll try to put that up there, get ready to go. But now I try to encourage y'all though, y'all need to start burning something in your house too. Don't burn your house down, just get in there just good, just kind of let it resonate in your house, just kind of keep it, start cutting onions. It's just natural stuff we got to start doing that we've been slacking on. Let me tell you some stuff that people did years ago, we unincorporated it, and that's come back to hurt us. It is. Old people kept stuff, they opened their windows up, and they let fresh air in. Now, man, some of our windows don't even work. They don't own. I got one I try to put up, I done there, throw my back. I said, man, leave that thing off. I'm just gonna slang a brick through that mother. That's what I'm gonna do. That's how I say I'm gonna throw a brick through the mother. I don't know if it ever been open before, but I know that thing wouldn't come up. I said, this ain't gonna be a mess. I get that one up. I might remember I put that diaper on, I do it. I go for it. Isn't that right? St. Bernard turd. Y'all ever seen a St. Bernard mess? Yeah, St. Bernard, yeah, they like some humongous stuff around now. I'm more like that elephant turd. Y'all seen an elephant mess before? Yeah, that's serious right now. We need to get something and go throw it at white people, racist white people. Make a big old brick, freeze it up and throw it and hit them in the head with them. I'm sick of racist people. Isn't that right? I'm sick of it. Ain't y'all sick of it? Longer we been here, ain't no reason in the world they got no business being angry with us. White folks ought to come to us and give us a medal and a check. I want one of them you cash at the liquor store. I want to check you can cash. Give me a bunch of stats. I'm gonna carry them out because the liquor store just give it to you and go. When it come back and ain't bound, the liquor store gonna go to who wrote that check. I'm out of there. I don't go to the bank. They be standing around looking. You gotta wait, and they gotta call a supervisor in on the phone like this. You be like, police finna come. I'm trying to tell you, be like, you go to the liquor store, they don't do all that. Ain't that right? Just go on cash it, get my money, take out your 3.9%, whatever it is, let me get on out the door. How many of y'all you cash a check at the liquor store? How many of y'all still do it? So them just cash that check. Yeah, they doing it. I'm telling you, got some money now. Them little Mexican places up there in North Chrome, on Sunday, them check carrying places. Boy, I didn't know them didn't carry no check like that. I went to buy something. I bought a car from a guy. What I said, well, listen, I'm gonna give you a check. He said, I don't want no check. I want cash. I said, I give you a check. I said, I got to do it. I said, I can't get no money. That's a Sunday. He said, your check? I said, yeah. He said, let's go up here. I said, a check? I said, man, they're not gonna carry this check. I went there seeing them Mexicans. He went there playing my phone in line, looking around there. I said, man, nowhere in the world. I went there one, I showed that man that check. He said, go stick your card in that machine and get a toll. Let me see your bank account. I pulled that thing out and showed it to him. He said, give me that check here. And just, I said, listen, y'all niggas keep money here like this on a Sunday? Listen, what I'm trying to tell you. They keep an ATM machine right there. They tell you, stick your card in that machine. They said, let me see your bank total. When they look at that bank total, them folks, I said, I didn't know these Mexicans doing it like this up here. They doing better than a nigga liquor store on Friday night. That's on a Sunday. I was like, I didn't know y'all keep that kind of cash up in this place like that. I might go back to my old way. Take me back to my old ways. Then I go get me some of them pointed toe shoes, roll them up, and a sombrero. There's a big black Mexican came here and robbed them. Man, they wouldn't have stood a chance in my day. Man, you can fight 10 of them. Easy. Ain't that right? They just two little people. It's easy to rob them. They ever you to rob you just for you to be up there? He thought about it. You never get robbed. I know it. How I know that? Man, you had that conversation. Man, you can rob them because they start talking. You can't describe nothing to police right like that. It's Scooby-Doo. Nobody gonna listen to that stuff. You in and out, you getting them joking quick. Y'all came and flooded out, man. One time I remember, man, we had 2 Mexicans in the whole United States. Chico and the Man. Y'all remember that movie, that TV show, come on, Chico and the Man? How many of y'all remember that? Chico and the Man, tell them. They introduced Puerto Rican to TV. You remember Chico and the Man? Then they had that other one, Julio. Yeah, Julio was on stop it. He was on Barney. I think he was on Barney, yeah. Julio was on more than one show. Yeah, they moved around, yeah. He was a detective. See, he be that, not him. That's it. He after we told him what it was, yeah, that's it. That's a key hollering out the right answer behind me. So, but yeah, so that's the old days. See, them the only Puerto Rican you had on TV. Then Rosa Perez, ain't she dead? Cheek and Chong. Yeah, they brought marijuana out. That's what nigga know about, really know. We were already smoking by then. We weren't impressed. Yeah, Cheek and Chong, they came out. They came. I never did watch them. No, I wasn't into it. I was not a Mexican fan. I'm still trying to figure these people out now. Because then you had to decide who. Because really it is, people get offended when you ask them they Mexican, Puerto Rican, but you don't know. That being honest, like if you go to somebody, you ask them, are they Haitian, or are they Jamaican, or if they, some different people are offended. What's offensive island if somebody asks a Haitian? I'm just curious, somebody say, are you, wow. She said, if you ask them, are you American, they're offended. Yeah, I don't blame you. We should be offended. But is there any islands that you know of? Probably island people, but some people funny. I know Mexican, Puerto Rican don't play that stuff. I know a Puerto Rican girl, I asked her was she Mexican, I didn't know. I learned then she wasn't Mexican. All the words she used, she lost it. I'm talking about she was about this tall, but her words were this high. That girl wouldn't shut up, I was done with it. She was still explaining why she was a Mexican. And it was in every terminology I didn't care to find out. She them nasty, filthy, MF, ain't no MF. I kept saying, woo, yeah, you ain't a Mexican. For sure, because she would not shut up. So apparently it's offensive. What's offensive about being called a Mexican? I'm talking to Janae. Why is it taking so long? I ain't gonna come. What's offensive about being called a Mexican? That's the division. Mexicans and Puerto Rican don't get along. Do it. Thank you, Sandra. Sandra said get it right out. She's sick of these Mexicans. Go ahead, Sandra. Because of what? It's called them being nasty, considered being nasty. And Puerto Ricans find it to be offensive because they look at it, okay, that makes sense. That's what she said. And the Cubans don't like Puerto Ricans either. Because the Puerto Ricans are dumb. You never heard that? That's something Jesse said. He said he was in Florida, somebody called him a dumb Puerto Rican. Because he was trying to put a hat on his shoe. So he said they don't like, so now, Cubans, I ain't never heard of no Cubans. That might be true. I never heard of no Cubans and no Puerto Ricans have no problem. Is this new? No, Dominicans have a problem with Haitians and Puerto Ricans. Go to New York. New York got a problem with everybody. Really, New York a sick state. It's sick. It's sick. It is. It's a sick state. It really is. It's just sick altogether. New York and California are two of the most divisive. They just set the worst. They just set the worst president standards in America. It really is. It's just terrible. It ain't the one nationality. It's the fact that you got all these nationalities and ain't none of them from him, and they all trying to claim something. Then they trying to they bring every rat, every roach out their country right here. Ain't that right? Harlem was a paradise for y'all come now. About them cockroaches and them pointed toe shoes. But yeah, other than that, that's the only thing messed America up. White people. And white people that put that flag, they put that statue up there and they brought everybody else. That's what messed it up. When it was just us, it was a paradise. Free weed. Be yourself. Ain't that right? It was sweet. And all them folk came in. That's my story. They can't prove no different. Isn't that right? It was beautiful. Then everybody that came in here, and the Spaniards sent everybody else in, and everybody came in over. Can't talk all that fast. Slow down. You can't pick up no chick talking like that. Like, what the world got on? Yes, I don't know what's going on. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Niggas slow it down so it'd be easily understood. Then I break it out and make it plain. Everybody coming out, they messed up everything. None of these folks can't make just a plain bowl of rice. They got to put 55 more other things in it. Just make a bowl of rice and just put it on the table. So we had to incorporate all these different. When I was coming up, we had a couple of restaurants. You had Church's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Soul Food. That got that. And hamburger. Then they come out with Chinese food, We ain't had none of this, we ain't had none. I mean, I eat it now. But it came out just messed up the place. I mean, you know, you first brought all this different stuff in here. Then we had to get our mind right. The South was used to Southern cooking. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we ate. We ate Southern cooking. You had your fried chicken, you had your McDonald's, your Burger King, stuff like that. You had your other little restaurant. You didn't have all this stuff out here. A lot of these people out here, your Moe's and all this stuff, we didn't have all that stuff. Everybody, it's more Mexican stuff right here than anything. A Taco Bell and a Del Taco, that's a waste of time. And what the other, Chipotle Grill. The name don't even fit what they cook. I don't know, I don't go in that place. Moe's, there's just too much Mexican on one street. There's just too much Mexican. All the frontier, all you gonna do is, all you know is just tearing up people's stomach. I don't know how these niggas get so much lettuce. They got lettuce all in the water. I mean, I don't know what the world these folks doing. And where y'all buy that old stringy cheese that too little? Look like some woodchuck. They be put on the taco, the little woodchuck cheese, something different. I don't know. But see, we had to wrap our mind around that stuff because the South, we had values. We're more valued people. We're more easygoing people. We speak to people, help people out. Then they brought all that done wild up north behavior. Folks don't speak to everybody walk around with your booty hanging out and all that old stuff. We ain't know nothing about none of that stuff. We ain't doing all that stuff. We ain't have all that gang stuff down here. You fight a nigga and his family. That's how it works. You fight the wrong nigga, you finna fight that man's whole family. That's how we work. Everybody ain't gotta put on those, so you put on your same shirt, y'all nigga supposed to be at a family reunion somewhere. Nigga walk around, gotta go buy a hat together, go buy a rag and put it in their clothes. Just to say y'all together. Y'all niggas just stay together. You ain't gotta wear what you wanna wear. Put all that junk down here, can't wear this color on this side of the street, wear that color on that side of the street. We ain't used to all that stuff. They brought here to take 25 niggas to jump on one midget. That's all New York. I mean, you ain't have all that stuff down here. It wasn't like that. They just brought just bad culture down here. Then they brought all the homosexuality here too. We want to use that California, all that butt-naked beach, the love child, all that old funny stuff. They brought that stuff. We want to use all that kind of stuff. We had 2 cities in the whole state. We named a building after them. We put it over in South Carolina. So they crossed back and they go back where they were going because they like, you heard that? He said we put in Mississippi. We didn't put it on Mississippi. A lot of stuff we got now going on, we ain't have all this stuff going on. So we got to get ourselves back to values. We there putting family back. It was the South now. We ain't gonna say we had our hoes now, but they were clean hoes. They were clean. They go to church on Sunday. Man, them New York and California hoes, they ain't going to church. At least they prayed. Ain't that right? Got baptized, clean hoes. Got down here and messed up our hoes and they all dirty. They don't go to church. At least you can try to rehabilitate them from church. At least they got some kind of knowledge. They come up there, man, they be airhead. They just be, they all that liberal junk, everything old, anything go. I ain't never believed in that kind of stuff. No. They brought the wrong stuff down here. We ain't have all that stuff down here in the South. They had messed it up. That's the only thing it was. We could have just, what we need to do is just send everybody back where they come from and then just start over. And I just stand at the gate and just talk before you come. Where you try? Turn around. And I just turn around and go back. You can look at some of them folk face, turn back again, go on back. Before they open, go back. Send them on back. Start over fresh and build it back over. How many y'all go for that? Just a raise their hand. Where you from, Jesse? Where you born at? The Bronx. That's not in America. That's not America. The Bronx not America. Everybody knows that. How many black folks in the Bronx? Is there more niggas than Puerto Ricans? He thinking. It's more Puerto Ricans in the Bronx than it is in Puerto Rico. Yeah. That's not America. Man, ain't that right? I'm gonna go get me a Trump shirt. Build that wall, Bill. No, that's fine. If I guess everybody else, white man over here, he know. But you know what though? The reason I think like that is because white folk, see it look natural to believe that white people supposed to be here with us. That is, we'll tell, it just seems natural to tell Puerto Ricans and Mexicans and other islanders to go back where they came from. Nobody tell white people that. You know that you don't see, when you ever see any people, Mexican, Puerto Rican, black, anybody with signs saying, go back where you came from. Leave our country. Nobody tell them that. Nobody goes and run around and sets up and then go back, get out of here, white boy, white girl, get out, go back to your country. Never see none of them do that foolishness. Because they convinced our mind that they belong and we all outsiders. They convinced us that all of us are enemies of each other. I get that because the culture's so different. Yeah, we got to get people different. You know what we need to do, honestly? We need to draw out spots and everybody just get a spot. That is, because some people, I'm better with you, it don't matter what, we can't live with everybody. I can't live with no nasty people. I just better with you. Let's just cut out America and everybody get their section. The dirty MFers get over him, and the clean MFers get over him. Them dirty hoes get over there. Them clean hoes can be relocated, come stand around. They like that, ain't it? Oh, Mary, no. But no, we need to do that, just cut it out, just split everybody out, that people learn how to act and treat each other. Everybody got a right to live. Everybody got a right to their culture. I just don't believe everybody got no right to do it right here. It is, need to give people their own spot, because you got China got Chinatown, Jamaica got Jamaica, the Cuban got Little Havana, white folks got every darn thing, and niggas ain't got nothing but the liquor store. The liquor store, the wing shop, and the barber shop. We need some of our own named after us. What we gonna take? That's tight. Well, Nigga Island. We need Nigga Island. Let's get our money. What's that, Rufus? Jerusalem? Yeah, we gotta get them folks out there. Yeah, we gonna get New Jerusalem before we get there. We gotta get something started. We gotta get a test run. Ain't that right? Gotta get a test run for you to take off. But you know what? That being straight though, if our people weren't so scary, let me tell you what, they feed us with fear. They feed us with fear, and we're afraid to stand up against these people for our right to survive. Now, as y'all can see, the Afghans have whooped them. Ain't nobody talking about it. They don't listen, Joe Biden in July just told them when they left their interview and they asked him, he said, the Taliban, he said they're not gonna take over Afghanistan like people saying. Next question. They have took over. They now occupy those U.S. bases. They done occupied the bases. The Afghan army will not fight them. They leave. Listen, they have took the place. What y'all thought was gonna happen? 20 years they've been fighting them people won't give up. Look it up. We ain't got no funk. We ain't got no fight. We ain't got no spontaneity. We have nothing. You know what? If I could trade out of being a nigga, I'll leave y'all. I'll be out y'all niggas, so I'll come in there pretty white skin on. I'll get my whip and my rope and get my pointed hat. I'll run y'all niggas all up and down this dirt street right here. Nigga. I'll be hollering my behind hard as I can. I'll skin my head up. I'll put that junk on all the whole night. I'm sick of being a nigga. I ain't never seen so many scary folks in my life. I ain't talking about just, I'm talking about just the word. There's no way we should be as passive as we are, as resilient as we are, with all the ability and information we have, that we sit here and we still talking to these people, asking them for stuff. That makes absolutely no sense. To ask white America for nothing. There's nothing we need to ask them for. Anything blown up, you take it. I'll never ask y'all for a cup of water in my house. I'll never ask you for a ride in my car. I'll make sense of these white people for nothing. Anything that belong up, you take it. It's just being honest. They got us. Listen, they drugged us out. They softened up our kids to where they know the generation that's got to fight. We tired. We tired. A lot of us, we tired. We injured because we done street ran, we done robbed, we done did all this junk, done went to prison, went to jail. We beat down tired. So you trying to rip another generation. Listen, don't waste your time these people prison going through their system. Use your time being creative to set up a better way so you'll be able to function out here. And you keep trying to function in their system. I'm talking about function without having to function in their system. Function with your own system. Listen, the Indians educate themselves. The Indians set themselves up because they know they're not going to make it in their system. But if you grade them by Indian standards, all of them are geniuses. If you grade me by a white man's standard, the man going to sound me literate. The man going to give me an IQ based off of his standard. Let me sit and give him a test. I'll tell you, he's an idiot before he take it. He'll get, I said, don't even take it. I know you're an idiot. The fact you sit down and try to prove to me you had sin told me you was an idiot. That's how he look at us. You study, you cram, you're trying to stockpile information, get stuff, you still ain't gonna be nothing. All you gonna be is what he let you be. All that man gotta do is get one thing on your record, your whole life change. You can go from model citizen, corporate zet, whatever it is, that man pull you over and give you the one right choice, you're gonna lose that job. If they keep you there long enough, you're gonna lose your home and your car. You're not gonna be able to afford no attorney, and you're gonna plead out, and that's gonna carry out the rest of your life. You stuck. You can never be now. That one hang-up gonna come up sometime. They say, hey, let me ask something. Can you fill out that background check? You be like, They be like, shouldn't be no problem is, that's tight. That background check keep you from a lot of stuff. Don't y'all know white folk, it never keep white folk from doing that. I tell you about this white lady I met. And you look at her, listen, man, that woman look cleaner than any piece of paper you can get. Listen, she was a nice looking wife, kept herself in shape the whole night, listen, she looked like FBI, she looked so clean. Come to find out, they bastard, they embezzled money, her and her husband from the bank. They stole money from the bank. That woman got her a good job. You ain't believe what she doing, handling money. I ain't telling nobody told me, I'm telling what I know. All I did was say to that white woman saying to myself, how did that lady get a job handling money? Her husband pleaded out, he was sitting in prison. She did her time in prison, got out, and still got a job handling. She quit that job, she had to go get more money. That woman got out of jail from stealing money from a bank. Y'all know they're federal, right? Shoot, she got her job. Her job, she got, they were paying her $40-something thousand out of jail, working, handling money. You know what she did? She quit that job. She got a better job, paying more money. Dang, where you know that from? Feds. I done hit the bank up for money. Do y'all know this lady was handling money? You look at her, she like the feds. You know what I'm talking about? They look at the feds, she's so clean. I'm thinking, I said, she gotta be the feds. I'm from the street. Some folks, you look at, I said, she feds all day. Nope, she had a felony. Done hit the bank up. Her and her husband still got a job when she got out and got a better job. And niggas in here ain't even making $40,000. With nothing on their record. With college degree, you got a fresh Fed charge. Feds for the bank, and you get a job and they let you handle money. That's what pissed me off with these white folk. The fact that we set him, and they can say, oh, she just one person. It's too many of them. It's too many of them that's got the same track record and they doing better than us. You study explaining, study getting denied, study getting torn down, study getting pushed out, and these folks getting all the advancement. That's what pissed me off. And the fact is, my own people ain't got enough brain. They got you paying for an education you can't even use. That's crazy. I know people get a car, the engine blow. You know what they'll do? Tell them what they'll do. No, they stop paying for it. Because they look at it, they can't use it. It broke. They said it don't work no more, so why am I going to pay for it? You got a degree. It broke. You can't use it. Why are you still paying for it? Turn it back into him. He said, you got a degree. He said, here you go, you can have it. They ain't doing me no good. How many of y'all went to job, you had to bring that diploma? Wow. They can have it. They'll push you, make you get that paperwork. They make you put more work behind it than they'll put behind it. These white folks drop out of school and do better than you do. Most of just about every white person, if they graduate from high school, they know. Justin, is anybody in your family anybody? Do you have anybody in your family that may be a doctor, that can make connects if you needed to, could get you somewhere, could get you a job somewhere, if you needed to?
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
Call one of y'all family members, you ain't even got a job, you don't get fired. Because your family already got, they picture hanging up at the liquor store where they looking for them jokers for bad check. You can't call anybody in your family. Most of them, how many of y'all here got folks you can call in your family if you need it, they can get you a job and get you somewhere? How many of you? Let's be honest, how many of them? I know y'all family, y'all ain't going nowhere. Who else? You raise your hand. Oh, she can pick P. That's not a career. Yeah. Have you raised your hand? You raise your hand. All right, 1, 2, 3. I ain't talking about get y'all like at no KFC now. Or get y'all out here. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? I ain't being funny, no, I'm just saying get y'all, and it ain't the saying that none of us can't, but this is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. It's not enough of us. See, all I'm trying to get y'all to understand, white people set themselves up to where someone in that family, or they're gonna have more than one in there that can help them out if they needed to. I told y'all, we played Little League stuff, we played, like Chris, how many people when you played football, Little League, baseball, people, parents were people that were corporate America, owned stuff, had connects, they could do stuff. Hold on for a minute. Hold on, this in that. What state they was in? How many of y'all know this is live from a piss of hell? Alabama? Where they gonna get to a job at? At a pigfoot farm? Man, ain't nobody that know Alabama. Come on, he said everybody on the team, man, stop it. No, but y'all had a lot of people on the team, all the people, the parents, hold on, okay, now, see, that's different. But I'm thinking it was a whole bunch of y'all cookers. Alabama, y'all had segregation. So you were like a Jackie Robinson. Because he said they were all white. You know how that worked out. You got to be good. I ain't going to put no nigga with them unless what you the mascot? Well, I mean, that's not hard to believe. A lot of black people are good athletes. You know what I'm saying? They get us anyway. Our worst athlete is going to be better than the average person in a lot of other races. I mean, it's simply because a lot of stuff we've been forced into, so a lot of stuff genetic running. We've been running for our life all our life, so you get it, that nigga fast. You had to be fast. We come from runners. When a slave catcher trying to catch you, you come from running. He said, hey, boy, run down there right. So all you've been doing, it becomes almost a second nature. That's genetics for lifting study. Like, man, that nigga cock diesel strong. It because where we come from, chopping wood, picking up the wagon, putting the wheel back on. They ain't had no jack. You had to pick it up. That meant putting a rock under it. You got to pick it up to put a rock under it. So we constantly have been, running, picking up, doing all that different stuff. So it's no reason, it's no wonder that a lot of people are talented and gifted catching stuff. Shoot, they throw something out, you got to catch it, you going to eat. Quite ain't going to let you in, he just get it, throw it, that nigga got to run. That thing, he'll receive him, his great-grandson. That's all you've been doing, catching your food, running to catch food, running to catch. Old people, they run catch rabbits. Yep. You know how good you got to be to catch a rabbit. A rabbit don't run straight. No, a rabbit don't run straight. When a rabbit ain't stupid. A rabbit listen, he got agility, he's going to jump, he's going to move. When you get on, he's going to fake it and go, then you look at us on the field. They try to feel it's genetic. I mean, you watch it, you know how good you got to be to catch a rabbit? The run catch is really hard, but guess what? We did it. Second nature. So you think about him, you put nigga on the field, and you look at how he catch, you're like, man, how good he a cornerback. He say he'll catch it. It becomes genetic. Because you got to anticipate the next move of the rabbit. You watching him, and you watch him run, you know how many steps you go, he jumping. So you start watching, so now you learn how to fake him to make him jump in no way, make him think he know he catch you, he going, but you setting him up to fake it and make him come the way you want it. So then they go to football if they wonder how a nigga do it. You've been doing it all your life. See, that's how they program your mind and they get you out here. Now they learn how they made money from you in slavery and they still making money off you. Slavery ain't stopped. Them boys on them football, basketball field, them boys slaves. You sit around, look at that contract all you want to. They break them niggas whenever they want to. Antonio Brown ran his mouth to him. He heard it. Look at humble lamb. But they about to put on his jersey, sweet Jesus. Sweetest name I know. I'm just being honest, them white folk break you down, man. Listen, these white folk will break you down. Randy Moore learned. He learned, ran him out, went up down. That man from New England, put that big spread out there. He said, man, they asked about it. He said, I wouldn't get that stuff to my dogs. It's good to know that. You trade it. Robert Kraft done paid for a spread. He said, he old Mississippi boy. Where from? He went to school, Mississippi. Where from? West Virginia. He a slave. He got no wonder he was fast. They can't do him but run straight. But he fast when he do it though. You said they did. Them folks in your career. You run your mouth, get these white folks. That's why I try to teach y'all. You need to be able to establish yourself and be your own person. We need to set ourselves up to where they never have a control of you where they can shut you down. We have to stop them from that come grab and leave somebody. You know how stupid that look like? What you like you walking here because you got on, 5 of y'all got y'all mama bedroom, dining room table on, and we finna let you walk out here with a kid. They've been doing it all their life. You know how crazy you gotta be? One white man just walk in here and just come grab a kid and leave with him. And we stand here looking like this. Stupid niggas. What's wrong with us? And he still do the same thing. We should have been cut that stuff off. You walk in and get a kid and leave. You walk in my house to get my wife and go where? You dead. You good as dead. That's it. They're going to say he'll kill you. He'll be dead. There'll be one less on the record and the one behind him will start thinking. Hello? In the country, they had a thing. I can't remember which one the animal was. A predator, you get it. Was it a hawk or something? You catch it. You net it and you hang it up. You know, the other ones will look at that and they'll stay away. You take it and you'll net it to a barn so they can see it. They'll look at it and they'll realize he killed one. They'll stay away from it. You know that? They use it on you. Took a nigga, hang him up, and what you think they made us do? It made us do right. They got it from us. Listen, you take it and you net it up and you put it up where they can see it and kill it. That way when the other one come out up there, they look at it, they see it and realize he killed one. Stay away. Let me tell you something. Maasai warriors. Those jokers, listen to them, they're renowned. They don't own a gun. They don't own no butcher knife. Listen, they tie a spear and they slim. They ain't fat. They ain't rocked up. They don't go no gym. They don't take no steroid. When they walk through there, when Ari sees them, Ari bagged down. Ari sat down and just watch them. Ari see when they taking their cattle through there. Listen, Ari be sitting there stalking. Once Ari see that joker pop through that hair, that red, and see that red bound on it, you see Ari's face expression just change. They just change it look like. Because they already know how they work. If you take one out there, pray, I'm going to hunt you down, I'm going to kill you. Oh, look at that. People of color. You know what you're thinking? We can't kill nobody. Tell them that. Tell them you can't kill. Tell them. Go tell white people we can't kill nobody. White people listen, they put that in your mind. White people don't obey them rules. Them your rules. Them rules for niggas. You know what they do to a nigga that kill a white man, you hang him up so other niggas know you don't touch no white man. Why that white man got killed? Because he was minding his own business? White man got killed because he done raped too many women. He done took too many kids. He done burned down too many barns and too many homes. Destroyed too much crop and destroyed too many families. So somebody took a stand and decided to kill one. So they decided to bring all the white ones they can find and come back, hang them up, and put them in your face and let you know this is what happened to a nigga that touched a white man. And you know what happened to all the other niggas? They fear. What good is your life if you live in it and you can't even be a man? I take pride in being a man. The fact that I'm my own man, I tell these crackers what I want to tell them. You cross me, you say the wrong thing, I'm going to give you a plate for it. That's the bottom line. You cross the wrong line, you're going to have to get it. And you take it from there how you want to take it. But all that shuffling, and sliding high and dropping your head and can't hardly get your conversation stuff, that stuff died. It's dead with me. We men and we women, and we should be respected and treated as such. Even if it costs our life to get out here to fight to make it happen. I just ain't got enough people willing to do it. Y'all, let me tell you what you do. You can stop them. They ain't bad at they left Afghanistan. They abandoned their own bases. They gonna bring back 2,300 troops. What you think 2,300 gonna do? You got 22, you had more than that there and didn't do nothing. See, they showed you can break their will. 20 years they've been there. Who packed it up and leaving, the Taliban or them? I'm trying to tell you. I don't know why these niggas scared of them. Nigga think one weekend crackers gonna leave you alone? I'm just irritated. Gotcha. How many of y'all got babies? Just quit lying. Them white folk baby. White folk take them babies when they get ready. Let me see one of y'all niggas go take a white baby. They ain't got no system where they gonna let nobody take no white baby. You go touch that white baby, everybody gonna pay for it. Everybody gonna suffer if a white baby leave there. Them paper for your baby. They can take your baby, they can take your son, they can take your daughter, they can take your husband, they can take your wife. They're not doing it to white people. White people want to tell them, you can't do that. The Constitution. I got rights. They just gonna bad down. Calm down, calm down. All you did, they just stopped you. What's your name? Bow, 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 gun, 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 gun. That's how it worked out. I thought he had a gun. He was acting hostile. I asked him simple questions. He got out of control. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a racist. That's what they give you. Tell them to put up them videos of white people they shot. The white people they shot at them for a long period of time, and they found a hat to shoot. Y'all saw them white kids shot. What they told you? I ain't never heard cracker police pray. When you heard a cracker police pray? Oh, God, please, I don't want to do this. Please, God, I don't want. Radio, stand down. Do not shoot. Do not shoot. How many kids? Why somebody didn't say that when that little boy got shot in Ohio? Tamir Wright. Why didn't nobody call on the radio? Wait a minute. Oh, God, please, God, I don't want to shoot this kid. Please. Straight out the car shot. From the time he got the car. And the call told him, it's a kid. I think it's a play gun. That man heard gun. Nigga, I'm finna get me one. Huh? They're gonna make it real. Other white police that kill folk, they respect that. So I tell y'all stuff. Y'all don't want to talk about it. We're gonna move on. I'm sick of it. We ain't gonna get nowhere. Listen, it ain't no difference. They ain't bothering us. They gonna bother us. I want them people, if I got a problem, just go in my problems and be done with it. I don't like problems. I just don't like problems. Just a matter of time they gonna bother. When they ever just left us alone? Anytime you had an all black community, they came and they bothered. Tulsa wasn't bothering them. New Orleans wasn't bothering them. Georgia wasn't bothering them. They find a reason to come bother you. Until you cut them off and let them know we're done. Then they're gonna bring their military in. They're gonna justify themselves. Let me tell you how that works. Do y'all know it's against the Constitution to put the military on their own people? They brought the military in Tulsa. So if it's against the Constitution to use the military on their own people, how were they able to bring them into Tulsa? Unless the people in Tulsa weren't American. I had to put paperwork up on this screen y'all read where Supreme Courts have already ruled that y'all black people can't be. The Constitution never gave you these rights. It was never entailed for you. And for a nigga to quote the Constitution is just downright ridiculous. The Supreme Courts have already ruled that you don't have these rights that you keep claiming. So why you keep trying to fight them with their own stuff? It don't work. They set the stuff up. It's not for you. And the other people who they got who are good with it, who not going to challenge them on it, who not going to withstand them on it, are part of the same system that enslaved you. Don't y'all know a slave catcher couldn't? First of all, you telling me a white man who's had free labor, who doesn't work, they mind manage, comes off a boat with some bucket shoes and come over here in a rubber shirt and come over and run this nigga down. I just run this nigga down. I bring more niggas who I manipulated, who still got speed, who will run this nigga down. They'll help me catch this nigga. Then I'll whoop that nigga when I get him. But I damn sure can't catch him. That's good. Damn is the Aubrey word for blood, for the record. Just irritated. They use our own people. That's how they justify themselves. So they come back and this is how they get you. You bring up slavery. Then y'all enslave your own people? Then you knuckle down and you shut up and you have to rethink the situation. They try to come along. There's not a race of people that haven't been indigenized or haven't been enslaved to another people. Everybody bucking for power, for position. The strong survive. They know we're the strongest of any of these people that ever been captive and been put in slavery and be resilient to bounce themselves back. We just haven't bounced ourselves back to where we got ourselves, where we control an economy, where we're decision makers, where we become putting ourselves back into being rulers, being industrial people. We built industry for these people, but we haven't built for ourselves. That's the part that pissed me off. You know, we come along, oh, I got my own business. You know how my own business? It's under a governmental rule. I'm either LLC or S Corp, or LMP or MOMOSUE. So, meaning, back to just like it was with a slave, I can let you have something, but whenever I get ready, I can come take it. I make you exist and your consistency, or you exist only because you abide by these rules. Niggas, all I'm do, get out a job, get my own business. And I'm an advocate, proponent for y'all getting your own thing, but you gotta understand, it ain't enough. It's not enough because you still stand under their control. We have to be where we have complete separation. I ain't never forgot what I said. I had to leave it alone because you know why? Why I keep wasting my time talking to y'all? It ain't just y'all. I'm talking about everybody that listens. Why do I waste my time? Because it is a waste of time. Because we have gotten to a point we love everything we got other than our liberties. Liberty that couldn't be given us by no man. That come from a superior being. It ain't white, it ain't black, it ain't green, it ain't yellow. Coming from a superior being that gave it to us. He gave it to us when it all started. He said, let them have. He said, let them have, give it to him. That's why I got to take it. He done declared I'm supposed to have it. He declared that before I got him. He said when he made me, you know what he said? He said, and let him have it. Because I'm going to come get it. Listen, I'm going to come forward. He done told you what to do. Let me have it. See, they won't teach you how to run. They teach you how to be dominated, but not how to be domineering. Y'all got it? They teach you how to oppress you. Y'all got it? That's just being honest. They teach you how to suppress, and then they come to oppress you. I want you to think smarter than you've been thinking. I want you to want more than what you have. You got it? Because everything you got is limited. There's only so much you can do. After a while, they tell you, split that up and make that a different business. You can't put your stuff under one. I need you to split them up. Move them around. He don't want all your stuff in one. I want you to split them up. Put them up on another title. I want you to say, I want you to name it this, and I want you to put it on this one. So that way I can come, I can regulate, I can keep it. And it can only do so much. It's got to report to me. It's got to report to bankers. The bankers got to know what you're doing. Everybody got to know what you're doing. See, I know y'all quiet because you don't really know nothing about this. But you know what? We ain't free. Getting your own business is not your freedom. Getting your own business is another way for them to trap you up where they can come back and get you with another charge. So every time they give a nigga something, it's to set you up for another charge. Because most niggas get stuff, they too stupid. They don't know how. They're not going to get an accountant. I had to have this kind of stuff because I know these crackers watch me. I got to have people I pay to do. I ain't got no friends in here to do my books. I don't need nobody here now to cut no calculator to do my book. I pay somebody that licensed, got degrees to do it. Because I know these crackers on me. Because these crackers want a nigga own a business, get a business, and do something stupid. So now you just set yourself up where he can take you down, and they do it every day. That's just being honest. I want to help y'all out. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. We'll look at the book. I got to get in there. But I'm just tell y'all the truth. You ain't going to never be free till you stand up and you got to break this oppression. Y'all get it? Them people fighting that man, they look at man, you can't out home. You can't out home and you going to leave him. We ain't going to never get 20 years, they still fight. I know you see me hating. Why am I hating them for? They ain't did nothing to me. You go to hate them because you're America. I'm a victim of America. What you doing to them and what you did to me in my home. Yeah, I respect them for the fact they stand up against you. You there. I don't see how nobody can justify going over there. How you justify going to fighting them? What did they do to you? They came to your house and did what? They came to your neighborhood and did what? You came to them. You told us on September 11th that there were 19 bombers. Suicide bombing took place. 19 of these people were Saudis. Saudi citizens. There's no way you can connect Saudi citizens with Afghans. Then you tie them into being Iraqis. These are not, you know, they say, all them tower heads. And all y'all niggas. Make no sense. You can't put them together. Although they're Muslim, they follow two different imams. One gonna pray 7 times a day, one gonna pray 3. They don't all agree on the same issues. Yet they convinced you because they know you don't know enough. So for you, what's the difference? Ain't all of them the same? That's how he do you. He always belittle anything you got. He not gonna tell you all white people the same because some of them Scottish and some of them Irish. Some of them German. And they're gonna respect it. You're gonna respect it. They're gonna hold down neighborhoods. They're gonna hold down culture. Come on, y'all gonna celebrate the Irish. And you're gonna celebrate their religion because you're gonna sit there and you're gonna celebrate St. Patrick. That part of their religion. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, the three-leaf clover. Every one of them got time you're going to acknowledge. You're going to go to Helen, Georgia. How many know about Helen, Georgia? Helen, Georgia? Nobody know about Helen, Georgia? That's a German town, real popular. You should know about it. They got cabins up there, wood. They go to that area, and the teenagers can drink legally. Not 19. Teenagers can drink legally. White kids, they let them say, listen, drink beer, drink alcohol. The Germans are known for being drunks. They teach it to their children. Most of y'all, I've been there. Most of y'all didn't know this? They let the kids drink. No feds lock them up. No ATF. No DEA. Alcohol, tobacco, firearm don't come get them. Wow. How you do that? Go get your kid and go get your minors. Let your minors go out here in the street and get drunk. See where you go. Y'all didn't know they do this? Can we look this up, y'all? Let me tell lies. Helen, Georgia. Teenagers, minors. What? Alcohol, tobacco. Who's supposed to come investigate this? Who's supposed to say, what harm they doing? It's their culture. See, everybody is free to express their culture except for you, nigga. That's their culture. The Germans were known for drinking. I don't know what these folks thinking. The Bushes connect to the Germans. These people, most of our people don't listen. These white folks, they don't listen. They know how to differentiate between the two. These people know what they're doing. And they people support their own. They all support their own. We're the only people that's divided. We hate each other. We hate each other. They'll have their differences with one another. They fought and they'll have their fights with one another, but they can be more diplomatic than we can. They can still conduct business at the same time. When we do stuff, we so violent, destructive to one another, no business get done. We've been the people on the street peddling their drugs. You know who kids sitting in prison, filling them jails up? Our kids. Our kids are sitting in prison for selling $10 rocks, $20 hits, $15 hits. Y'all got me? Grams, all that kind of stuff they said that none of these kids manufactured. They might have gone into apartments and cooked it up into rock, but they did not manufacture, grow the poppy leaf or the cocaine leaf. They did not take it and transfer it and make it a powder. That's how it was delivered to them by the hands of whites. Whites a lot, they talk about Colombia and all these people. Them Colombians can't bring no drugs in, these white folks don't let them. These folks got sonars and all that. You just can't bring no drugs in here. I don't know what these people think. You just can't bring no drugs in here. Let them tell you something, man. These folks want to, let me tell you something. This is in the 80s. These crackers, if you cooking dope in your microwave, these crackers can pick this up. That's in your microwave cooking dope. Now you tell me, you know what kind of place you gotta have a laboratory to cook up that much crack when you cooking up kilos of crack? They catch and let go what they want to. Because they gotta look like they're fighting it, but you can't actually stop drugs because you'll stop their money. See, people don't realize it's more money in illegal drug than legal drug. It's the fact because of the risk, you can take the cost up. Because of the risk. That's why I got to charge them much money for the dope. They're the people going to get the real profit. The nigga on the street, he'll get a car, he'll get some clothes, he'll get that. That nigga ain't going to be nothing. He ain't going to never be what they going to be. They're going to be corporate America. They're going to be in the White House. They're going to be in the Senate and the Congress. That nigga will never be that. That nigga go get some business. That nigga get some fine car. That nigga get some house, all that. That's fine. That nigga still ain't nothing. Because when they get ready, they're going to come touch every one of them and shut him down. And he going to be a story that you're going to be watching on a documentary. That's how they do us every time. We got to get our young people and they got to sit down with them and rationalize with them to convince them, say, listen, I'm going to give you an opportunity to think for yourself. You got to tell them the truth. A nigga on the street, I know what he thinking, because I come from there. He trying to grind and get his money. He trying to make somebody say he want to give something back to his mom and want to see his parent get out from where they at. That's all he want to do, get out there. He get hooked in the game before he know it. He done lost sight of what he trying to do. I know, I've been out there. You lose sight of it. You just want to get ahead, get a chain, get it, and try to get you something you want to, but you get stuck in the middle of it. That's why white men leave you. That's a trick. You ain't gonna never get it. Very few people will make it and make it out of it. It's an illusion. The nigga that sell the dope is just a bigger junkie than the nigga that smoke it. He need that junkie. He need that call. He need that sale. He need them. That's how he make his money. That's how he hustle. So everybody's addicted. And the white man sat back and he paid laws. This is making it more vigorous on it. While the nigga sitting out here, a nigga on the corner, well, he'll do anything. He should be able to. If he really think about where his life at and where he at, listen, the car that pull up to buy from you could be the one to kill you. You gotta figure, I start out on the street selling. When a car roll up, you don't know a car, you can get your brain blowed out, or it could be the folks. Or it could be a good sale, or it could be a sale that hurt you later. You know how much risk a person got? You know how much risk you got? Listen, we decided we do it. Every day you go out, you get high. You get high and you drink. Because you know you have to put in your mind, you need to be in a certain place when you're doing this. Because if a nigga decide he gonna come up and he gonna take something from you, what you willing to do? If this nigga ride up and it's the robbing crew, what you willing to do? So you get high. Because your mind gotta be somewhere when you stand out here, you doing it. You gotta be ready to kill a nigga. You gotta be ready, if you get busted, you going to jail. So your mind is so many different places when you're doing this stuff. That's why he put the nigga in derision. You think we could take the fear of this man dying out, being killed, or being prosecuted, put in jail, and put this man out here where he can take this entrepreneurship mind and he can build something and he can sleep at night. He ain't gotta worry about nobody taking that from him, ready to kill somebody, or ready to go to prison, but he can be ready to provide for it and set up something for himself and for his family. That's what we got to offer him. We got to take him and take that entrepreneur spirit he got and teach him how to go out here and put something together for himself. Huh? We ain't got nobody trying to do that, though. Because the white man got him on the street and he don't even know it. He'll think, you work for the white man. You on that corner, you setting that dope. Whoever got that dope, you work for the white man. You tell that somebody, listen, it's a lot of lies they can tell y'all. You ain't going to be able to tell it to me. I'm from the streets. I done it. So a whole lot of this stuff we got to do, we got to save our kids. These kids join the game, they ain't got no hope. Nobody offering them nothing. Go to school. Let me see. Go to school. What I'm in? I'm in the 8th grade. Lights off. Mama smoked dope. I ain't seen daddy. Go to school. Get my education. What, I got 4 more years? So what gonna happen if lights off and we hungry and I got 4 more years before I graduate from high school? Where I gotta go when I get through high school? That's when I start making that money. Then I gotta do 4 years of college. That's 8 years. And you trying to convince me how important I need to go to school to stay focused. And I'm telling you right now, the lights off. We hungry. My mom smokes dope. I ain't seen my dad. And you want me to wait 8 years to get a degree to get out and apply for a job to feed us? The corner it is. I get paid right now today. Somebody start a little kid, I give him something, go run this soda for me. Put $20, $30 in their pocket. He start looking at, that's a lot of money when you ain't got $20, $30. You can get more than that. That ain't nothing. I can get more than that. Yeah. So you teach him how to hustle. And he start looking at, he's accumulating good money. Mom and dad got to wait, they get paid Friday or every other Friday. This nigga get paid every day. Every day, all day. That's why I chose it. Shoot, man, why nigga borrow money till they get paid? So that means when you do get that money, you got to turn around and give it back to somebody else. The kid's sitting there looking. That means we behind. Your bills behind. You pay them, but when you paying, that's for the last month. You ain't even paying for this month. So you don't even realize the derision they put us up with the family, they push our kids. Our kids watch it. Your kids ain't stupid. They in the home with you. They watching it. Yeah, some will go get a job and go work somewhere, but some will look at, I ain't got time. Fill out the application, you call me back when? Look to hear back 1 to 2 weeks. If I'm hungry now, can I afford to wait 1 to 2 weeks for somebody to call me back? Hold on, that's for the interview. That's for the interview now. When I call you in 2 weeks, that's to set up the interview. The interview will be the next following week. And from there, we'll let you know if you got the job. Man, give me that dope. You go to Sling and write the interview right now, and you working. Man, go ahead and start rolling. We got to come back and recover our kids. You know what we got to do? We got to tell them the truth. Mamas and daddy that screwed up with our kids got to tell our kids the truth. We need to take these mothers out and tell them, say, listen, I screwed up. I screwed up and put you out here. Let me tell you something. Drug dealer, gang member, everybody want love. Don't believe that. Everybody want to be loved. Everybody want to be loved. They want love. You want affection. So you said it, you do it because people like it. Who hates a nigga that help people, giving out money? Who hates a nigga got money and the nigga putting people on? He does it because he wants to be loved. The white man put him out here, make you hate him, and he'll give back here and now because he knows he's doing wrong. So he'll feed the community. He'll do something. He'll put something. He'll help some old lady out, get someone here. Because he knows subconsciously, I'm hurting my community, but then I'm helping them because I'm giving them something back. So he got something in him to want to give back, but the white man set him up and make him take from us. Most of them join the game for protection. They got jumped on. Somebody messed with them. They realize the power when you got people with you. People don't mess with you. When people know you connect to certain people, people leave you alone. That's all they want. Now before you know it, they don't connect themselves with people. You ain't even about protecting no more. You messing with people. Now the reason why you came to join the game was for protection so people don't mess with you. And now you turn around and you messing with people. Got to know how to meet our people. Tell our people where we're at. Tell them we're sorry. Go out there, that mom that dad, go out and tell the boy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He might not change today, but he got to put that in their mind and realize it. Tell him, I'm sorry. I put you out here. Let him know I put you out here. I was wrong. He played me and he playing you now. You got to let them know. We got to let them know. We got to give them something. We got to offer them something to get them out of there. Some say go get Nike and let them sell Nike. I don't even sell nothing for Nike. We need to build our own shoe. Why are we trying to get a deal, try to help Nike make money? We need to make money for ourselves. We need to build a shoe. It's a Jap shoe anyway. Ain't nothing but a Jap shoe. Niggas just throw a swoosh on it from the Greeks. We build our own shoe. Ain't that right? Pure nigga. Pure nigga. Ain't that right? Put a nigga getting it. Nigga grinding. Ain't that right? And we can do the same thing, put a little gold on, put in a box, put a light on it, everything they do. Build our own. Build our people up. Make our people, get our people back our self-respect and our dignity. Make our people, because in the drug, he want to be respected. That's all he want, respect. You know why? Because our parents dropped the ball, their parents dropped the ball, and nobody wanted to keep dignity. All the drug dealers in the game want is respect. When you see they cut that white, hey, nobody come on this street unless you got the cut. When you don't come, you know what you just did? You just disrespected me. And this disrespect didn't start with you. It started with a system that disrespected me. So instead of me, you and I, going after who caused the first disrespect, we'll take it out on each other. That's how he poisons our mind. He illusions us. That's the only thing you get when you get these people. Everybody wants respect. People respect people with money because people with money can help you. You can borrow from people with money. People that got power, they got people that come help fight. People respect them. That's why the United States got banks. That's why they got a military. Why we don't have a military and banks? And we teach these niggas how to fight for what's right. Stop looking at what he deemed right. If I ever look at what he deemed right, it's always gonna be contrary to me. Y'all got it? He gonna tell you it's not a problem. It's not a problem because his kid's not being forced into selling drugs. His kid's not forced into games. His kids just walk out to do it. Our kids, basically, we don't have a choice. It's the abuse we didn't do it when we raised up and reared up in some of these homes. Inadequate parents. They've been inadequately raised, misinformed, misguided. And all that falls back down every generation or so on so many of our kids, and we wind up losing to this system. They fall into the hands of the wrong person. Some girl falls into the hands of a pimp because daddy didn't tell her he loved her. I would tell my boy, I would tell him I love my kid. I would tell you, did I tell you that? I told them, nigga. They know I told them. My dad knew he wouldn't tell you love. You lean in here and regret it, He gonna give you, he gonna move, he gonna be right on that wall, yeah, and do all that hug. He hug it be real soft. We ain't do no, he ain't do no, I ain't do all that stuff. You got to get up, suck it up, and go. But you need that. That's not feminine. That's giving affection. Let her know before you fall in the hands of the wrong person. Some old woman get you and rape you for you. Some old sorry nigga get some young girl and make a fool out of her. Because daddy wasn't there. Daddy wasn't telling her. Daddy wasn't encouraging her. Daddy wasn't telling her he cared about her. Letting her love you. You are somebody. And know what? It's because of him. See, we need to sit down and talk about our problems or why we're so dysfunctional, then we can fix it. But nobody gonna admit there's a problem. We're not gonna fix nothing. We're gonna come here, everybody, we're gonna come here, we're gonna worry and put it all on Yahushua. They're gonna go to church and put it all on Jesus. The Muslims gonna go and put it all on Muhammad when everybody need to sit down and tell the truth, just like Yunus said, false in me. False in me. That's how we fix it. Our goal is to rear up a different generation. These young people, I talk to them a lot. Y'all look at, pay attention, y'all pay attention, man. So I try to get them to pay attention. All these kids, these young folks, watch, listen, pay attention, because I don't want to lose you. They don't know I'm going to lose some of these kids. Y'all know the odds I'm going to lose some of them. I'm going to fight to keep them. I'm going to fight to keep them while we got them. If we keep instilling the information enough in them, it might be something to say, it's redundant, it's redundant. There's a lot of things my dad told me redundant, it finally sunk in. So my hope, if I tell it to you enough, it'll sink in. Right in the right time before you make the wrong decision. I don't need to sink in when you say, man, whole life over. Preacher said, I need to hit before you make that decision. We got to strike before it happens. We got to strike before they find themselves somewhere talking about, I'm trying to get it together. No, you get it together now. You can do it when it's all against you, you ain't got no choice, but it'd be better if you can come in and you ain't got all that trouble in your life. You can turn your life off all you want to do. It's still stuff I still got to suffer. Cause of decisions I made. Listen, 20-some years plus, you still suffer for decisions you make. If you guys and girls can make the right decision while you young, you can limit a lot of your payback. But you can go because you want to be able to tell somebody. You want to experience for yourself. You want to see, and you'll be one in a pine box. Because you just had to go out there and try it for yourself. That's our goal. The older people, a lot of y'all, I ain't gonna be able to do nothing with y'all. Y'all, you pretty much settled where you at. You good where you at. At least let me say the kids. At least let me get our young people while we're able to get them and get them opportunity to sit down and listen, rationalize what we're trying to tell them, make better decisions. It don't take but a second to sit down and think before you react to something, because your reaction might end your life. That one act you do might be that one act that puts you away. Our prison system are full of people who just became too reactionary. Wrong decision making, wrong crowd, hanging with the wrong people. You hear it all the time. Watch the crowd. Stay out from around the wrong crowd. The wrong crowd, then the right folks I got with too. Then the best folk. The wrong folk, the best folk, till something happen. Oh yeah, they find they the most fun. They gonna get something to drink and you gonna get high. Tell my boy, until something happen. Till something happen, you get left on stuck. Ain't that right? A lot of them before I came in, them boys dead. I was looking through some old paper I had to look through. I seen some fella names on there, I was looking. Two of them boys, let me see, one of them dead. He wound up getting killed after he got out of prison for a charge we had caught. And the other one, he got life in prison. Yeah, he ain't, listen, he ain't got no life, no, he gonna die it now. I mean, he started out, he was 40, he was a big old boy too. We take him to the mall, he lean over the gas, he said, let me see it, what? He'll knock him out, yow, hit him, just snap them swats, watch. Listen, man, we be laughing, we be high. We like, that nigga crazy. We like, that nigga crazy. We just laughing. Listen, he got life in prison. Yeah. Daddy was a criminal. Brother was a criminal. He followed the same path. Look at that. Life in prison. He'll never see life. He's somebody could sit down and he could talk to you. I forgot he can't come here. He got life in prison. One bad decision, another bad decision, another bad decision, and that one decision he wound up making. But you know, you look, his whole life was doomed for it. What you gonna do when your dad a criminal? Your older brother criminal. We just steal cars. The older brother, he was so clumsy. He was just terrible. He was a terrible thief. Just terrible. He was just big, you know what I'm saying? And then he just moved on over. Before you know it, he wound up killing somebody, getting life in prison. It got worse and worse for him, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't even good at what he was doing. He was a stutter. And you can't do that, you trying to steal no car. You gotta move. You gotta cut your stuttering off. Before you know it, he sent him a life in prison. So I try to tell y'all people, and you know the fault come back too, if his dad is still living, he gotta look at what was the image he portrayed to his son. A son will look up to his father. You getting the bad in my older brother. A younger brother gonna look to an older brother. Dad doing, my older brother doing, I gotta be cool and follow them. Now he sent him with life in prison. Never see the streets again in his life. Every day when he wake up, he get up. He gotta come to fashion up. Did my life. I'm gonna tell you what you don't wanna do. You never wanna cross that nigga right down. He'll be the wrong nigga, he'll end your life. Cause it ain't like they gonna give him no more time. He's a very dangerous man. He was dangerous before he got there. You know how dangerous he is right now? When you gotta walk, you gotta remember you watch a nigga lead him, you're a very dangerous person. Cause you ain't got nothing to lose. You looking at your whole, it's over. All you waiting on to die. When you leave him, them folk be told you out of there. He's just like Claude and Ray. He's waiting on the hupperoo. And when they do, I'm gonna bust right up in their mother and I'm gonna sing it too. Isn't that right? He on deck. Y'all young people, we gotta try to save y'all. We gotta go back and recover our kids out here in these communities. We need to build a society. I'm not just talking. This is real. We need to build a group of us that we need to go out. I'm talking about men, and we need the women. We don't want to separate, but they need to see men that'll come out there and tell them we love them. We love them and we care about what happened to them. If you just gonna come just to recite something, I don't need you. I tell her, I get in and say, go back. Because folks know if you're genuine or not. Them kids need to know we genuine with them. We care because we know we've been victims of this same system. They didn't know sometimes what we do, we escape and we leave and we want to get far from it. We move from it. We get away from everybody, but some people we leave behind victims. You've been out there, you left some people behind victims. I put a lot of people out there bad too. I remember some years ago, one of them, I raised him up. He came by my house to see me. Bryce was a baby. He parked in my house. That nigga parked in the middle of the street. I seen the car I got out. I tried to figure out how he got out. He was drunk. He was talking. My nigga, what's up, man? He asked the guy. I'm saying to myself, what? He said, man, I told you, nigga, man, you taught me everything. I said, don't tell him that. You look bad. You done parked in the middle of the street. Man, he looked terrible. He like, I be trying to tell these niggas how you taught me. I said, no, they look real bad. Woo, they thought I was an idiot. The man he just parked in the middle of the street. He was drunk. I said to myself, whoa, I taught you way better than that. And he done try to pass on some information to somebody. I'm looking, you too sloppy. You could have took nothing I taught you. What you doing way too sloppy. And it's bad that I put you on it that way and you took it, you went the wrong way. I left it, he stayed out there. Listen, whole life just a shamble. Just a shamble. He get drunk, he pass out, he work Bill and Patty Day. You know that's a safe job. What's that? Don't this assault y'all use? So assault you had to use your Bill and Patty. Did I tell you he passed out? Did I tell you he passed out and cut his arm off? They had to go put his arm back on. Just hanging on by me, they had to put it back on. I said, and I feel partly responsible. Because I took him. I started him drinking. Started him smoking. Taught him how to sell dope. Whole nine. You watch people see their whole life just a shamble. Said, look at, you played a part of that. You played a part of that. I remember one time his daddy called him, and his daddy wanted to see him. And I told him to give him a nap, take him, go see his daddy. So I came back in about an hour or two or so, and told him to go take him to see his daddy. He said, I don't want to see that nigga. I said, that's your dad. He said, you're my dad. He said, you raised me. You take care of me. You the one buy me clothes. He said, I don't want to see that nigga. Went back in the room and closed the door. You know, I had a good intent with what I tried to do, but it's the damage you look at you do to people over time. Because you'll think you're doing people a service. A lot of times you're doing people hurt. That's why I say a lot of people that sit out here, you see drunk and you see high. You know, we say, what you say, old wino, old drunk, old hoe on the street. A lot of these people are people that's hurting. They hurting because that's where they found their love at. They couldn't get it from home. They couldn't get it from their family. They couldn't find it from nobody else. So they found some pimp, found some other older woman that tricked them or some other man that tricked them, turned them out. Even with homosexuals, people pick people. It's people out here that watch you that'll pick you. I try to tell these people, a lot of them deaf out here in the street, they're not smart enough to be on the street. They'll think, let me tell you something. I know what I'm telling you. There are people that can pick you. They will pick you. They watch you, they strategize, and they know how to pick you. That's how they get it. You think every one of them girls just start out with a dream on that pole? It's people that know how to pick them. And they know how to manipulate them. And they manipulate them before they know it. That's your life. And you can walk away from what you've done, but there's some people you leave victims behind. Those kids sit on that street that we so quick to hate. We do. Little young kid with them pants down, young kid doing this. A lot of these kids are victims. They victims of irresponsible people, myself, other irresponsible people who thought they were doing right, misinformed, misdirected, misguided, and you leave that junk and you watch and you leave it. And them people sitting back there, they hurt. I got another one like him too. I had some, listen, I had people used to just stay with me. I took care of these people. When you watch some of these people, you look at them now, they'll tell you. They'll tell what I did for them. And look at them, it's just like, I really screwed these people up. I really screwed them up. Because I left, I made it out. They couldn't escape it. So you sit around here and these people might see why we sit up here, why people, especially young people, I know y'all feel, why I gotta come here Friday night, Saturday, do this? It's because I done did everything you do on Friday, Saturday night. That junk get old. You're gonna burn out. You know what it take? Once y'all see enough of your friends dead, enough of them in that prison, you start realizing you can't be around much longer. When everybody just about you know dead, that's it. Me and Tim was out there one day at one of the properties we working on. I was talking to my cousin friend of mine, cousin friend. We were talking. He was talking, asking about something. He said, man, you must. I said, yeah. He said, man, he dead. I said, man. I said, man, I know he got messed up his brother, Herb. I said, cause he said, man, Herb dead too. Until he told me nothing. I said, man, quit talking. I said, I don't talk about nobody else. I said, I'm done. Everybody, then I told, I said, man, I don't want to talk about no. Everybody was dead. And I was like, I didn't know these people were dead. He said, man, yeah, they dead, man. I told him, I don't want to talk about nobody. There were too many folk dead in one day. I said, just too many folk. I don't want to know about it. But that's part of life. You come through and you'll start realizing if people die. Everybody ain't die from the street. Some people just die because of aneurysm, health issue. But you still just consider when you get out here and you die and you ain't got peace with your maker, you haven't established yourself. I mean, you need peace with yourself. You know, a lot of people say, I'm good when I die. Are you really good or are you just trying to convince yourself of something? When I come here, I'm not trying to just convince myself of something. I believe in one superior ruler. Y'all got it? And I'll defend that fact based off of the writings. I'm not going to try to fabricate something just so I can feel better about me. I want to feel better about myself based upon the facts. Y'all got it? America had us feeling good about ourselves about doing stuff. But then we found out that wasn't the real facts. Now we come back to look at the book, something we're going to believe in. People, everybody believes in something. Even somebody tell you they don't believe in nothing. That's a lie. That's a belief. To believe, people don't know that. I don't believe nothing. You do. Because you believe nothing ain't right. Yeah. See, you're a liar. You say you ain't believe nothing. Isn't that right? So people but a lot of times what people do, people will try to do things to strike out at other people because they hurt. Like the people that say they don't believe there's no hell. I'm going to tell you why I don't believe it. Because they hurt. I ain't no fool. I know why people do what they do. Listen, I have dealt with so many different people in my life. You begin to watch people and you start to feel, people fall into certain slots. Y'all got me? Certain things people say, you just fell into a slot. The slot you fell in, you hurt. And out of your hurt, it's to strike back to make convince yourself that something don't exist that's gonna be damaging or punishing to you so you can feel better about yourself. I used to do that. I used to tell people when I die, I didn't know where I was going. I used to say, hell didn't want me, heaven was too scared I was gonna take over. I was an idiot. You just said stuff, you did stuff. I had my life at a time where I ain't care if I live or die. When you get around certain people, you do certain things, you have to set your mind in a certain place to realize you have to be good with it, whether you live or die. Some days, I felt like it just been better if I died. Some days, I ain't want to die. That's the kind of management you'll get yourself with out here until you start realizing you're not stable. How'd you go from it don't matter to I don't want to die? Because you're between the two, you're in a straight, you keep trying to fight the fit and put yourself somewhere where you don't belong. I told you about that movie, man, Boys in the Hood, when Trey told that joker, he said, dawg. But listen, that thing came from my heart. He said, pull over, dawg, let me out. I said, boy, I don't know how many nights I want to say that. Whoa, I'm serious. Man, I ain't lying. I was in that car with him. Man, I knew that scene. Listen, I understood him saying, pull over. And realized it was so many nights I thought I was going to die. I did. I was saying, you don't tell nobody. Listen, none of us talking. We're going somewhere. We ain't got no business going. We got guns, and we're going to meet some other people. And we're not going for no negotiating. And all I'm thinking about, I ain't lying, it be in my mind, you're going to wind up dying. You're going to wind up dying. You're going to wind up getting yourself killed. And I couldn't open my mouth to say what he said. Pull over and let me out. That's how dangerous it is to sit around and just follow people and don't have your own mind. People look, I'm forceful now and how I am about stuff because I look at not doing it and just consenting and just following is real dangerous. Bishop Hood saved me a lot of nights, man, a lot of nights. Man, I remember pulling up, man, you got the car. You getting out the car to fight some niggas, and they already out. This is dumb, because you should have been there first. Just poor planning, just bad. And you get out and somebody recognize you. It says, Smitty. And we go and we talk and find out what's going on. We good. Wrap this up and save it. Say today. Here it is. Because me and this nigga know each other, and he tell me this his partner, I'm telling him this my partner, and then we get this situated straightened out, and everybody good. You would think after this one you wouldn't go back again. But here we go again. Yeah, it's been a lot of rough nights. Mom done be in the house sleep. I done snuck out the house with a shotgun. I used to have a shotgun under my bed. Yeah. Stupid, just stupid stuff, just stupid. Man, if I could have been a bookworm, if I could just use my head and just stay focused and just went a whole nother way. But no doubt I went that way so I'd be here and be an example so y'all don't have to make these dumb, retarded decisions. Use your head. Don't be nobody fool. Man, take the gun and shoot. You shoot it. I'm gone. Don't stand around. You're accessory. Get out of there. That's why I tell folks, I said, if I'm going to do something, how many I told y'all to help me? Because I already know how that works. Nigga be with you till they go down that jail. Then nigga, man, I should have effing left you alone. I already know how that works. I've been, nope. That's why I say anything I'm going to do it myself. I'm telling you, I'm going to do it. I know how far I'm willing to go. Y'all hear me? Don't let anybody put you out there. Have your own mind. Y'all young folk, have your own mind. Think for yourself. Get right. I have no time to be stupid. Jail too many stupid people sitting there from stupid decisions. They smart than what they are, but bad decisions at the end of their whole life. Sitting in a grave. I'll get ready to talk to y'all a little bit and go. Otherwise, they won't want to pay me on the 25th. That's how I came in here, savoir, wave my way all around the place and talk to y'all people because I couldn't preach. That's what they'll say. I came here and soothe you people over talking about my life. I talked to y'all about my life because that's what came up tonight. I don't want to lose none of y'all. I don't want to have to be doing your funeral and bury you and then behind you did something stupid, something retarded, or had to sit here and your parent, I'd be on my knees because I ain't going to waste my time on my knee all that praying you in jail. The doors ain't going to open up. They tell y'all now, y'all young folk coming along, we're going to hold y'all to a higher standard. Use your head. You can be more productive out here than you can behind that prison. You getting that some boy gonna want your booty. He ain't gonna be no boy, he gonna be a man. Be some men's want you. Getting that then you gotta fight for your stuff. You don't want to have to fight and live like no animal. Being there trying to be no prayer warrior. If you gonna go in there, you gonna be a prayer warrior. You better stay on that side. Don't try to tote no Bible and put that Bible down, come out and fight. Get your Bible, stay on your bunk and pray. Try to come out there and try to play gangster, then try to read. Be on one side or the other. Y'all hear me? Walk around there just want me to pray with you. They don't like that. I'm telling you, they don't like niggas switching up like that. You can't play that. Don't play gangster and play Bible. You got the Bible, sit down somewhere and pray. Trying to cross all over, try to go gangster. Then finna come tear you up, talking about, can I read a Bible verse? No, I got time for that. All right, we're gonna get ready to move on. All right, come on. I'll let them sign this Katos around. All of that's able. Woo. Most High, Kudash Abba, which is the separated Father. Hadu, thanks for all you've done, you've given us, for your Dabar, your word, for Yahushua HaMashiach, your salvation, the anointed one, of whom you sent to redeem us in due time. We Yakra upon your Shem, which is called upon your name, for no other help we know. Asking you to cleanse us and purify us by your Dabar, which is your word. Asking you to grant us your Dabar that surpasses all understanding. Asking you to blot out all our Qatar, our Ma'al, which are our sins and our transgressions, of the Abath, which is of the fathers, of the Benin, of the children, and of us, and our Tuladaf, which are the generations, before it's everlasting too late. We're asking you to affirm us by your Dabar, by your word. Let us hide it in our inward parts, that we might not qatar against you, which is sin. Asking you to consolate our minds, which are our lives, that we might know you, that we might not faint or falter as we go through this land. Ask you to baraka those that are sick, afflicted, those that could not be here because of circumstances present. But we yakra again upon you, call for you, call upon you, because we know you to be a healer, a regulator of the law of the mind, a keeper of the nefash of the soul, a sealer unto the human redemption today. Ask you to baraka the married, single, and the separated. Those that ask us to plow for them and with them, we commit to you by Shem. Remember our beloved Denela from Mississippi. Consolator, Lord. Be a Nakum to her, which is a consolation. Be strength and be understanding to her. Grant her courage. Be with her Mishpachah, keep her. Ask you to unite according to your will. Ask you to please be a regulator to our young people that are here and watching in, and others that will be coming as you, Yakra, call upon them. We need you. We're in a desperation of sickness and disease and murders and robberies and thefts and blasphemy and
floods and fires and storms and winds raging. We need you as never before. We ask you to limit us, which is teach us, that we'll know how to halak, how to walk. Baraka us that we falter and we faint not. Let us be Talmim in all our works and our doing towards Yeshem, Yahushua. We need you. Please, please forgive us for all we've done, all we've said, all we've gone to places. That you'll receive us in your everlasting habitation, in your Malkuth, which is your empire. Again, we yakra upon you, which is called, for no other help we know. Baraka your Ra'ah and your Malaki, your Shamaim and your Sabut, Jerusalem, the city and foundation of Shalom, of peace. Baraka those in war-stricken country, disease and pestilence, behind prison walls, bereaved. Whatever the situation, we commit them to you through the Shema Yahushua. Baraka the out-of-towners and strengthen them as well. As we prepare to move further, we ask you for a safe passage into your Debar, in your word. That not only we'll be able to go in, but you'll deliver us out. That we'll find a place with you. That we'll be connected, joint heirs with the Mashiach, and we'll dwell in your everlasting habitation. In the Shem of Yahushua, Yahusha HaMashiach we palau. Let us all say, Amen.
Whoo! All right, talk with y'all a little bit here. My young people, I'm counting y'all to do the right thing. Young people, I'm counting y'all to do the right thing. Hold on for a minute, hold on. Young people. I know you heard me, Brandon. That's right, I'm counting on these young folk. Do the right thing. Y'all hear me? Gavin? Joneses? One of them I want to fight. I'll tell them later. All right. This is Romans 15:4. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab
It was
before,
written before.
Nikatab for our lamed,
It was written for our learning.
that we through endurance
That we through not giving way
and Nakum
and through consolation
of the Kitabim
of the writings.
might have your call.
That's what we got to look for. Let me see Romans 1 and 14. Matter of fact, give me 1 and 1 Romans since I'm here. I'll give me a little bit here to talk with you. Now, Jess, let me run it down to you.
That's right.
It wasn't just for our young people in here, too. It's for the rest of y'all, too. Everybody else, you ain't too old to get it right. Don't you wait till you get out and you get sick, and then the man don't receive your works. We got a lot of folk, they call that deathbed repentance. I don't see how you're going to do it. According to him, he said he had to work while, what was it? While with Yum, he said when the Layla come, nobody can work in the Layla. I don't know what kind of service I can give him on no deathbed. What can I give him? I don't know why these people trying to get no deathbed. I'm trying to give him all I got while I'm up. Ain't that right? Let's see what he told us. This is Romans 1 and 1. Let's see what happened. Listen.
Shaul, a bard of Yahushua HaMashiach,
I see that. He's a servant, a bard of Yahushua, the Mashiach, the anointed one. Tell me what he was.
Kara,
That's right.
to be a Shalach,
See that? They call Apostle Shalach. He said a sent one. What happened?
Badal unto the tube news
Y'all
of
see they did?
Elohim.
That's what I'm saying. The man say set apart to the good news of Elohim. That's something we got to do. See, that's the first thing he lets us know. What we're talking about right here is a person willing to be used. See, a lot of times we've been used by a relationship. How many of y'all have been used by a woman or a man? Relationship. Could be a brother or sister as well. See, a lot of times we use, and these people will signal or call us out, and we'll commit ourselves to something. Before you know it, people make a fool out of you. Make commitment to people that they ain't fully committed to you. But we're looking at Shaul telling us about his commitment. He told you who he was. He said, I'm Shaul. He said, I'm an abad. A servant is under a master. Y'all got it? He let you know, other than Mashiach, Yahushua, he said, that's the anointed one. That's who I'm under. And he said, I was called to be a shalat, a sent one. We know how important the call is. We got a whole book about call. So what kind of call would he have gotten? Who? That's right. Makes sense. That's why he said it was Badal, to be separated. Isn't that right? Let's hold what you got. Let's see how that works so we can just verify his call. Because a lot of folks, how many of y'all done got a call from somebody to do something wrong? Hey, man, let's go out and get these hoes. Hey, man, I know humpback. But it ain't probably true. But, you know, hey, man, let's go out and get some weed. Let's go out and get some drink. Let's go out to the club. That's a call.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out what his call was. We all gotten calls. So for him to say he called, we've all gotten calls too, right?
Yeah.
But we're trying to find out what was his call. Let's see 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 7. 4 and 7. 1 Thessalonians. See, a lot of times you can become ashamed of it, but you shouldn't be, because there's a reason for it. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 at verse 7. Listen to the book.
For Elohim hath not called us unto uncleanness,
Say that to unpurity. But
unto Kodash.
see, under Kudash. Let's see what it's saying. Listen,
He therefore that despiseth,
which rejects.
despiseth not Ish,
He rejects not the Son of Man, the
But-
Ben of Adam,
but Elohim,
who
who hath also given us unto us his Ruach HaKodash.
he said, but Elohim, who has also given his Ruach HaKodash, his Kudash Ruach among us. He put it among us. So that's how we got to look at why we had to be clean. That makes sense? Well, according to the book, it told us to be ye clean, those who bear the vessel of Yahuwah. So it was a reason, like he said, in there it said, Elohim has not called us unto cleanness, but unto Kudash, who has also given unto us his Ruach HaKodash. But here he said he set it among us. He put it among us. He given it among us. So when we look at Yahushua, that's all we got. Said that, let me see something. This will be tight. See if that's Outbreak 7 to 23. It's kind of my mind. We'll see how it work out. If it don't, I guess we had to work it anyway, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Outbreak. That they call Hebrews. 7:23. Let's see how it work out. So where I'm at. Let's see. 7:23. Listen.
And they among were many Kohanim,
What happened?
because they were not suffered to continue by reason of moot.
He said that's what happened. He said, and there were, they that became Kohanims, they put priests Kohanims, were many, because of that moot, would not allow them to, which would be for us would be the noon. Boy, they put him for this. Continue. This will be I don't know. Hawata, continue in the land. All right, come on. I was looking at what they put up now. Listen.
But this Ish, because he continueth ever at an unchangeable Kohan,
Well, here he said, but this stands forever, and he has a Kohanah for priesthood that does not pass from it. But they all said this man.
yes, sir.
Okay, let's see. All right.
Wherefore he is able also to yasher them to the uttermost that come unto Elohim by him,
That drawing to him to Elohim. Sense.
seeing he ever Kai to make intercession for them.
So that's what we look at the Kohan for being too. He came to the Kohan because the Kohan were the person who would present the offering. The Kohan is the Rosh Kohan, which would be the high Kohan, is the one that would go into the inner sanctum. And then now he will offer up the gifts and the sacrifice that will allow Elohim to make amends if there was a trespass. If there was an offering you made and you were going to give, you were going to present it to him, and he was going to be the person that was going to go in. Now, what we had was so many of them that had come because of moot, they weren't able to continue. Because of death, it didn't allow one man to hold that position. So now we're looking at this man. For him to have it, he had to be in a position to where he wouldn't moot. Y'all got it? So some people try to come and tell you he was a Kohan when he was here, but he wasn't. And we know that for a reason. Because when he healed 10 lepers, one came back, and you know what he told him to do? He told him to go and offer a gift that was according to the Torah. He wouldn't have had to tell him to go do that, told people to go show themselves to the Kohan, because the Kohan had to pronounce them clean. Y'all got it? So he hadn't taken on that position. That don't make sense, because you do remember what he did when he came here. What was it? He moved, so it wouldn't make sense to give him the office, because then he would be following the same pattern of other people that did the same thing. He took the office in when? After his move, because now he was following a pattern. What was his pattern?
Go into the Kadash.
Mel Sadiq. Mal Sadiq. Malak Sadiq. Yeah, Malak Sadiq. So his pattern was without father, mother, without beginning of days or ending of days. That's why he wanted to be back the way it was before. When he told y'all before, it don't make sense. He told him to restore with him. Let's hold you guys. Pick me up if you would at your Ukanon 17:3. See, we'll try to come back and pick that up since we him. And all of this is just kind of based off of the fact that what we started with in Romans chapter 1, we talked about being called. Shaul said he was called. And then he told us in his call that he was Badal, which was separated. All right, what they'll use, the English word is sanctification, or sanctify something means to set it apart for something. If you took some money, you said, I'm gonna put this money up, I don't wanna use this I'm gonna save this for something, that would actually fall up under being kodash, which means you set it aside for a particular purpose. Y'all got it? Same thing we did when it came to the tithe, you set that aside, because that was for a particular purpose. He told you to bring all the tithe into the storehouse, so you didn't keep the tithe with others, you separated it. Because it was for a particular purpose. Okay? Let's see. This is 17:3. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, Ukanon. Okay. All right, listen.
And this is Kai Alam,
Then what happened?
that they might know thee,
The who?
the only Ahmad Elohim,
And who else?
and Yahushua HaMashiach,
Whom?
thou hast sent.
So what happened?
I have kabul thee on the Arat.
Y'all hear what he did? He said, I gave you the kabul when I was here on the Arats.
I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do.
So he said, what did you say, kabul? You don't use par. He did it with the E. Par is the word for glorify. Man, I told you, glorify or beautify. Glory is kabud. Par is how you pronounce it, is for beauty and to what they would call glorify. Okay? Because you think about something, if you beautify something, it gives it what? Glory. So you see how it worked for us when we beautify something, it gives it, because when you said, that really looks good, so others will give honor to it. You got it? So that's what we do to Hashem. When we exemplify a certain behavior, when we follow a certain criteria, that actually beautifies Hashem. So he looked at Yahuwah. So did he take the name Yahuwah and put flowers around it? Did he decorate it with some nice sheets of covering? It was because how he was a stickler for obeying the Debah. That's what got him, that's what made his name so beautiful. Y'all got it? Okay. He even talked about your gates were going to be like Beulah. Y'all didn't know that word was in there? Beulah was in the Bible?
Yes,
You know
sir.
your name was in the Bible, Mama?
Yes, sir.
Rudy! Answer, Rudy! No, so no, see, they did PR, but it's par. That's how I pronounce it. So they did it E-type. So he said, I par you on the rise. So I beautified you on the rise. I have did what?
Finish the work.
Completed. Your work. That, because you can say you finished, well, who work was it though? Sometimes you be doing your own. He said, I finished. Here he's saying, I finished your work. That
Thou gave me to do.
that you actually commanded me to do. Okay, let's see what happened. Listen.
And now, O Abba, pa'ar thou me with thine own self, with the pa'ar which I had with thee
When?
before the alarm was.
So who was his mother and father? He didn't have one. He didn't have one. That's what you were told about Malak Shadid, when they called him Melchizedek. That's what they were telling you. He didn't have a father or a mother. He was about beginning of days, or so did his days end? Because he got up. Telling you come back and look at it, it just really told you he rested. He sat for a time period, he rested. And the book says after that, he said he was refreshed. So his days didn't fail. Let's see them paying that. Let's see what happened. Matter of fact, now because I'm looking, he asking him to come back and he want him to par him with the Abba. And he wanted to do this just like it was before the world existed. So what date was that? Barashit what? So you ain't got no beginning. And seeing, according to the 7th chapter of the book of Abari, that they call Hebrews, the book says, seeing he ever liveth. So when does he die? He never stops existing. So now you can see how he takes on his office. Okay?
Yes, sir.
That he'll take on the office, because now he just told you, really, I was living before this. If you count my time from here, then you don't know me. I existed before. Your book gives you a time period for when your start and creation of this was. I was already here. 8th chapter, Mashali. They call 8 and 23, Mashali. Eight 23. Let's see. All right, listen.
I was set up from Olam.
Uh-oh, y'all see that? Listen, how you start right here? How do you start right here? How do you put this number together? This is your start. Everlasting is something like that keeps going. How did you start at everlasting? How did you start at keep going? He said, that's why this is where I started at. So I'm starting at everlasting. So tell me what happened.
From Barashit
From the beginning.
or Alam the Ross was.
So you got to clear it up. So he can't, well, here going to be Russia. For because Rashi is beginning.
Gotcha.
But I mean, Barashit, well, we had the beginning, but here they use Russia, which is the first, the head. So he said from the Russia, from the earliest times of the Arise. Okay, come on.
When there were no depths,
What you do?
I was brought forth.
So did he get started when the Arise was here? Because when we heard when Elohim came in here, there was already depths. So when Elohim got here, it talked about the depths being here. And that's when we found out what word we use. He got to tell him, what is it? Marikoff. That he hovered and moved over over the pioneer of the Arise, of the Ma'in. Marikoff. That means he hovered and then he moved. That's what Yahushua did. That's why he had many people around, because he was coming back to demonstrate what Barashit told us. He declared At the beginning, you see that? At the beginning, he was declaring the end. That was to help us to understand. So when Yahuwah came and his Ruach was over the Ma'im, my Rekaf, it hovered. Hovered, that's all, just to hold still. And then it moved, it went away. That's what Yahushua did. When the people was around him, the people was Ma'im. So what was he doing? Hovering. Then the book told you he gave up the Ruach. What he did? So my Rekaf. He hovered, then he moved. Okay? So he's telling you, he said that all this was before this was happening, when there was no.
When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with Ma'im.
Hold on, what do they call it? Springs. Oh, Mayanath. Mayanath. Because it's plural for spring, because really we use Nahar for springs. He using Mayanath. So the TH for plural for the S. Y'all got the TH is plural. Abounding with
Ma'im.
for the springs got water in them. Now we read in the first chapter of the second chapter of the book of Barashit, you didn't learn about the streams until it told you when it named out the six that ran out, which wound up being the Tigris, the Euphrates. So he told you before these things even got water even in them, they were dry. It didn't happen. He said, I was brought forth before Ma'im was even put in them. So he's trying to get you to understand my beginning was before that. Mayana, a source, satisfaction as a material in the sense of a spring. Okay, fountain, spring, well. Okay. Mayana. Somebody named their kid Mayana. All right. Okay, do we read that? All right. All right, 25.
Before the harem were settled, before the harem was I brought forth.
Hold on, they
Oh,
changed
before
his
the
stuff.
harem was.
Gabbathah. For here he used Gibbathah. Plural TH for here. This is Shiva. Hold on, let's see what is he doing. So, Shiva. Yeah, he got pause. So he's saying this has an E type. But I don't buy it. I'm just saying it because I had to do it because I got to kind of learn a discipline. Y'all got it? So he's saying here, if you look, why he used the hyphen. Is this the hyphen? Not the hyphen, this the comma. Apostrophe. What a man. My English is very bad. Yeah, the comma. Apostrophe. He's an imposter because he's trying to act like a comma. You're right. So apostrophe. So, man, it's been so long, man, I ain't been in school. I don't know. Man, you got to school. Y'all see, get about 20 more years. So anyway, apostrophe, that's hyphen. Accent. Correct? All right, I gotta get something right. Okay. So he would actually do a Gibbathah. Well, the E is silent. That's what he's saying why he used this. He's saying the E is silent. All right. Gibbathah. All right, for heels. I was brought forth.
While as yet he had not made the Arat,
And
the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the Olam.
the first dust of the alarm. Let's see what happened.
When he prepared the Shamayim,
What were you?
I was there.
That's tight. When?
He set a compass upon the pani of the depth.
When he ascribed a circle on the face of the deep. Hold on for a minute. That's round. So that's gonna kill Dave Square Earl. But you can put a circle, but let me say that now. You can also put a circle on a flat surface. You take a piece of paper, you can put a flat surface, you can draw a circle on it too. Man, must have been preaching something just opening now. That man said, now that man preaching. He inscribed a circle on the pani for face of the deep. Tahum, what is deep? Tahum. Tahum for deep. All right.
When he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the Tahum,
Became fixed. Let's see what happened.
when he gave to the Yam his decree,
C is Yam. Y'all see that? So you go out and see, and you see more than one C. What are you supposed to say? Yum, yum. That's what you do. When you drink sea water, you're supposed to say yum. Okay, don't worry about it. I can't help everybody. Just go stand on the corner of the drug dealer we're going to say. We'll say you too. Go ahead.
that the Ma'im should not pass his Amar,
Should not transgress his commandment. Because see, when it go over, it's saying actually transgress. Because that's people don't read the word transgress means to go against. So when the yam goes over, it starts to get into transgression, which will make sense because one of the definitions for ma'im is chaos. Whenever that water get it going, it's chaos. And that's what we have, chaos when you don't have a governmental rule, that's what you got, chaos, anarchy. So that's the purpose of having rules, so you can keep things in a certain order. Y'all got it? So now we learn, and then amazingly, he refers to the people armed as being ma'im. So when it goes against, it starts to go over the sand. He said, at that point, you transgress. Because I gave your decree that you shouldn't pass over it. Now, if you had to, let me be clear now, when you down now, and y'all see it roll up and you see sand, that's not transgressing. That's when the ma'im comes and it overtakes the sand. That's when we run into transgression, because there's sand under it. Because I don't need nobody to be stupid. Go to the beach and see the water wash up. Sin. 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 No. He's talking about when the water overspilled the banks. At that point, it's going past the decree. Y'all got what I'm saying? Because you don't clear this up. How many of y'all think every time it wash up, it start moving sand, that's transgression? So that's why we had to clear it up. Okay? That's when the water comes out, overspill the banks, and it goes over because he put the sand there to keep it. This is as far as you go. Okay? Now the reason why they said, well, why does it do it? Because man go against him. And you understand everything as a man. All right? Go ahead.
when he appointed the foundations of the Iraq,
See that? When he marked them. Let's see what happened. Then,
I was by him as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him.
at all times. Now he said, as a master workman. Yours don't say that. It said, I was as one brought up with him. And what does it say after that?
And I was daily his delight.
And when it said, then I was beside him. Then it said, as one brought up with him.
Yes, sir, that's what it said first.
But here, it's, as one brought up with it, it said, I was
Well, it
beside
said,
him.
then I was by him as one brought up with him.
See that? Yeah, that's what it said. Beside him, as one brought up with him. Like we came up at the same time. Like they said, nigga, we grew up together. But then it said, as a master workman. I was beside him, so I got to saw his work. That's a little different in writing than what y'all reading. Versus I was beside him as one brought up with him. That's not the same statement. Y'all got it? This statement is actually saying different. It's saying then I was beside him as a master workman. So I was actually right here with him to see how he was working. Y'all got it? I was basically in training. Okay? He even told us how the son can do nothing of himself, but whatsoever the Abba do, so that's why he told you, because I was beside him as a master workman. Which makes sense because his Abba of the Arat's father of the earth, actually was a carpenter. So both his fathers were builders. Elohim built the Arat's. Joseph was also a builder. He was a carpenter. Hello? So you see why it made sense? So you can see from his father, from his Abba, from Shamayim, and as well as his Abba, who was right there, which means he would have been right there with Joseph, because he'd have saw how he'd have worked too. That's how he knew how he could build. Hello? Destroy it, he said, I can put it back. Hello? He even told you before the first dust. That's important for us, ain't it? Why? He got it. So, what'd you say, Boston? Yeah. That's why he told you the first dust. Because that's what he made Adam. He was trying to tell you he was the real son. And you go back and we do genealogy, we trace Adam back, and we had to get him back to Elohim simply because that was his Abba. Y'all got it? But when in Yahushua, he said before the first dust. How before the first dust? Y'all got it? That was just key that he put down, okay? And he told you, and not on that, he said, I was daily his delight, rejoicing before him at all times. And that's what we're trying to get to. That's how important for us to understand his creation. When we learned about Melchizedek, which was who they called Melchizedek, the man with no father, no mother, no beginning of days or end of days, he was actually made like unto the Ben Elohim. Y'all got it? Because he was first. Okay, let's go back right quick, 7th chapter. I'll try to get y'all finished. Give me a couple minutes, a little bit more. I'm gonna try to get out y'all way. We might be a little over, but you're all right. I'll try to do it, make you saved. Now we'll go back over the 7th chapter right quick of the book of outbreak. Let me clear this up so I can get them through out of here. I know y'all tired. I be tired too. Tired of junk. Tired of being behind. Tired of folks lying to us, make a fool out of us. 24, 25, 25. Let's see. Okay. Go ahead. Who therefore, wait, give me 23, read back down right quick. I'll just read so I can get it done right quick. And there, they that became Kohanim were many. Because of that moot there would not allow them to continue in the land. Alarm? What do you, Aras, okay. Because that would be in the world alarm, okay. But this stands forever, and he has a Kohanah that does not pass from it, who therefore is able to save Hoshi, like Hushi from like Hosea, what they call, who therefore is able to Hoshe for all and all those who draw near by his hand to Elohim, since he always Leah. And this makes sense when we read the 32nd chapter of the book of Dabarim, Allah Dabarim, when he started to tell us about him, and he started to tell us, I wound, I kill, I make alive. He started none that can live out his hand. He said, I stretch forth my hand toward, and he Shama. He said, I live forever. See that? Because he saw the master workman. He saw right there with him. I saw how he did it. To make what? For them. That makes sense why he's sitting up in the inner sanction for us now. Seeing that he don't move. It wouldn't make sense to put a man now who can hold office. He needs somebody who can hold office that wouldn't be what we look at what's called an unchangeable. Isn't that right? Kohan. In the other one, we always kept changing out. So we got to have somebody, he stayed in the game the whole time, play the whole 48 minutes. So that always lives to make, so he's only living for the purpose of making intercession for them. That's what the Kohan was there.
Right.
If we don't have a Kohan, we have nobody to make intercession
Right.
for. That comes from your Torah.
Right.
So they find, oh, Jesus died and paid the price. That's not all he did.
Right.
Yahushua moved. He had to go back and he had to make intercession. See, the same pattern. Listen, the things here were set up for a pattern just like Shamayim. The Rosh Kohan were the only one that could enter into the inner sanctum. That's why Yahushua told you that no Ish had never went into Shamayim.
Right.
He said it hadn't happened.
Right.
No more than a regular person could walk inside of there. Only the Rosh Kohan could go into the inner sanctum.
Right.
So we had to see, you talking to people, you tell no man, daddy is going to hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your mama going to hell. They don't stop telling them lies. They should have told you the truth. It is. It's just bad. Folk want to feel good about people dead. It's just be honest. We were just taught ignorantly. He told it because when people move, they don't go there.
Right.
Now he transferred some people that went over. We got a Canute. The book said he was translating. He walked while he, and he just transferred them over. Mushah, I mean, he came back. So you got some that came back and appeared that saw him.
Oh, yeah.
But everybody, who you saying?
Oh, Yahoo.
That's to appear back all Yahoo. Yeah, all Yahoo, he came back and appeared when they wanted to build the 3 mashkans, what they call tabernacles. So he always let them make intercession for them. Come on, 26. For?
Such a Rosh Kahan became must.
Pay attention, what that means. For it was fitting that we should have such a Rosh Kohan that he is, but see, that didn't tell he became us. It just told us, for it was fitting that we should have such a Rosh Kohan that he is Kudash. What else?
Harmless,
Innocent.
Undefiled. Badal from Kataim.
See that? So when Shaul told you that he was called to be a Shalak, then he told you he was Badal. He would say, I'm called to be a Shalak, but he know, I still got that with them hoes though. Oh, these hoes clean. Y'all brother jump on in. See, that's what we're trying to do and what we're trying to get us to understand. The call is just like he told us. He never called us to be in impurity. He always called us to Kudash. That's how we'll know whether or not it's his call. See, just what Shaul was talking, in order to get us to hear him, people that were knowledgeable, Shaul was sent with 2 types of people that knew and people that didn't know.
Right.
So when you speak, you have to speak in a way that people can understand.
Right.
People that's knowledgeable of the way in the call, you gotta make sure you be distinct in what you're saying. Y'all got it? So just like, and it's important because we go back to patterns. In the 8th chapter of the book of Nakum Yah, that they call Nehemiah, when Azara stood up to read the Torah, and everybody that were there were men, were unashamed, and nashim, women. And he read, the book told us, how did he read? He went to a particular passage that actually related to them. Because when the people heard it, they started to weep. So he read in, and he read distinctly in the Torah, because those people had to understand, both of the men and the women, and all that could do what? Hear and can understand. So now when Shaul is speaking, that's why he's one of my favorite writers. For the fact when he speaks, I understand what he's saying.
Right.
So when you say something, you saying you call, I already got to go back to Uyakra. Now what are you saying you were called to do? I mean, man, you can drink, man, get a hold. Then I already know your call. You didn't hear the call. See, versus, well, how I know? I'm trying to judge a man of God. See, you being stupid. That's how they beat it before. Because we didn't understand how when you're saying something, even though they're going to call it New Testament, which I call it first and second Berit, you still got to go back to the pattern that's been set.
That's right.
You can't go against the pattern. That's what he told Musa when he brought him up. See that you do, after what was it? That's why he looked at killing him when he came down. Because you broke pattern. That's why he's so intent on, and so bent on killing all these people, because you broke the pattern. All I told you, just do it after the pattern I showed you. When Yahushua told you, I was right there with him as one what? As I was beside him like a master workman. I watched this man work. It don't make sense for me to do no different. Why? That makes sense when we read the 5th chapter of the book of Yukanah. He said, hitherto I work and my Abba work. He said it working at the same time. And they took up a bunch to stone him. They said, he said, not only because he broke the Shabbat, but because he said that Elohim was his Abba making himself, he said, because I was right there beside him. He said, I was right as a master workman. So it made sense he was able to say that because I'm following the same pattern. When all he did was, watch, I do what I just did. Do the same thing. So I'm following a master workman. I'm doing the same thing, just the same as he showed me. So everybody he sent forth to declare his debar, the same thing. Follow the pattern. Don't break ranks from the pattern. So that's what I'm looking for. When he said he was separated, I need to know, was this man separated?
Right.
Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
That, as simple as this might seem, you have to have definitive actions. Otherwise, people going to shake you. So I can't drink liquor. Look at, how many of y'all got a book, got on your phone or got it in your hand? How many of y'all got it? Find drinking liquor on the bottom. Find it right quick. So how you gonna condemn me? See, people gonna play you and make you stupid.
Yeah.
He told you that wine was a marker and strong drink is raging. He said, whoever deceived thereby, so you're not wise. See, there's a lot of things you just watch out, it's just not it's not productive, it's just not profitable for us.
Right.
Y'all got it. A lot of stuff people try to look and try to put everything in the Bible. A lot of words you ain't gonna find in the Bible simply because they're not our words in the first place.
Right.
Y'all got it. These people ain't got nothing to do with these liquor. It's just we don't have no word called liquor. We don't have nothing called wine. That's what they call it.
Right.
But see, people get stupid. They give you the English word, and then you holler, you can't find the Bible, so nothing ain't wrong. That's how they mess us up. White people, don't y'all know when white people gave their book, they know what they were doing? You got so many fine, they got so much stuff they can justify because they say it ain't in there. The first thing, they ain't your book. We're only reading it so we can go back and see where errors at. Because he told us first, I was one beside him and one brought up with him. And then when you go back and look, that's not what he said. He said, I was beside him as a master workman. Never said that. But see, when the white man wrote, he wrote something, and then he got you preach something, then you believe it, and now your error gonna come. Because I want the Ruach HaKodesh. But how you get the Ruach HaKodesh?
Obey him.
As the Ruach, as the Qatar has said. If he didn't say that, why was you believing it? See, the white man made sure, and I only get you to understand that he put these differences and indifferences in him so he can give you just enough, but you ain't got nothing to be saved with it. Listen, ain't nobody can be saved with that book. It's not possible. Look at your book. How many of y'all got that Bible? How many of y'all have it right now? Look in there and find the word Yahushua. Can you find Jesus in your book? Yep. That ain't the name. Yep. See, the white man gave you just enough. You can go and you can repent and you can be immersed, and you've been immersed in the wrong name. You can't be saved. But I'm honest. You could be honestly wrong. Man, that's my watch. Man, I lost my watch. You stole it. I got a watch exactly like this. Now I'm honest. It is my watch. I'm wrong. That's how y'all with Jesus. You real honest. Because you got something like it, but that ain't yours. You just wrong. And the man know he gave it to you. Ain't nobody never been saved with that book. That just be flat. Nobody been saved with that book. If I told you that I'd be telling you a lie if I told you it was saved with that book. You couldn't be. It's wrong. And it's done for a reason. There's no say, who give you handcuffs? I done kidnap you. Why police lock you up and give you the keys too? What you gonna do with the keys to the handcuff? That's why would he give you and take you, enslave you, and give you a name that will rescue you and get you out of slavery? That ain't even common sense. Common sense tell you that's stupid. Right. Put a rope around my hand and get them stick a knife in their hand. What they gonna do with the knife and the rope got their hand tied up?
Right, right.
They gonna keep on trying to cut till they get themselves out. See, these are things that you have to fathom so you can see why it's important for you to look and check it. That's why we use this. People have been talking, what that book y'all the King James perversion.
Yeah.
The King James, you know somebody still calling me, what that? Yeah, what that? Can I get a copy of that book? I said, I don't know what they're talking about. I put this stuff in, I tell them. But I get the most calls they want to buy this book where they can get it. The King James perversion, they everywhere. Mm-hmm. And so why you use it? Because this is the book they fooled our mothers and fathers with.
Yep.
That's how they got it. Man, this wasn't never no intent for you to get out. No more than giving you the key to reading and writing, we're going to get you out of nothing. Niggas can read and write. Nigga fought and marched to read and write, go to school, didn't they? All the niggas read and write. White folk give you a gun because they know you ain't going to use it.
That's right.
What are you going to do with education?
Nothing.
When education got us out of something? Boy, niggas can't be no dumber. They gave it to you because I already know you can't use it.
Can't use it.
You ain't going to use it on them. All they going to do is throw something back and you going to realize, I don't know nothing. Exactly.
Yep.
All you know is what I let you know.
Exactly.
I done read books. You read books, nigga. Them books you read were my books.
Mm-hmm.
I'll write books. It make you chase to go read another book. And there's another book. Man, you'll be running like a great animal trying to find your way out of him. You'll keep running. The last thing you do is challenge that white man on his book. He wrote it. The man got a whole, you think he don't know what books in the library? To sit and pick books that go in his library.
That's right. That's right.
These niggas think these folks just pick a bunch of books and put them.
Nope.
You think I done alphabetically categorize these books? I done went from fiction to non-fiction. I done went to all this biography, autobiography, all this junk, put it here in the document. And you think I put this in here, niggas don't know what I'm doing?
They know exactly what they doing.
It's a library.
Yep.
Bunch of fruit ain't no good.
Yeah.
It's the library.
That's right.
Nothing but a bunch of lies. And every time you pick one of them berries, it's a lie.
That's right.
Why white folk gonna love you? Man, I ain't gonna be saying to my love no everybody. That's now. There's some folks I hate. Who was he even talk about he hated folks.
Yeah.
Perfect.
How we gonna kill Amalek if we love him? He told when you come in he told remember Amalek. He told me when the ugly blot in there. How I supposed to feel about Amalek?
Hate.
Oh, no, love everybody.
No, sir.
Another error. That don't make no sense. You know good well you ain't supposed to love no everybody.
That's right.
So yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all on long. All I gotta do is go to sleep anyway. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll try it again tomorrow. You who are willing. And make no mistake, I'll be hating somebody tomorrow too. Not because that's how I go.
That's right.
Just gotta tell the truth. Gotta hate somebody.
That's right.
I don't hate nobody doing right.
That's right. That's right.
I don't hate nobody want to do right. I hate folk that hate Yahuwah.
Yeah.
I hate folk that I do like those, and I hate every false way. That's right. You know what he's saying to me? He said, I hate every false way. Told him, I love Jesus. Because you're stupid. Quit trying to thin the line, talking about no Jesus, the same thing. Shut your mouth. Jesus, a white man, prison man. You need to know that and you need to hate it, because that's why you're in a detriment you in. Jesus, why he got the Medicare? How's it going to get me to trust him? And let me give me shots. Man, come up and got a snake, rattlesnake wrapped around a pole on his shirt. No good well I supposed to got away from him.
Yeah.
Ain't that right? Koski, y'all seen it, he tore that thing down. Kept seeing on washing that thing, he called it a curse thing. White man come and put it on his jacket and shoot a needle in your arm. They show you, man, he bewitch you every time. We ain't know nobody taught us no better. Why these folks part of the nigga doctor just the dumb as anybody else. Come and trying to tell me some white man information. You ain't did all there's nowhere in the world a white man that did all the science that go with that stuff. You read magazines. These doctors dummies on no, let me tell you what. These doctors read books and magazines tell them about diseases. They hadn't sat down no laboratory and tested no diseases. All they do is, listen, all you doing is looking junk up and you read and you recite. You have not done the science. Ain't nowhere in the world they're gonna let all the doctors do no science. Let me tell you what happened. In order to know what you're doing when it comes down to disease, you gotta be a chemist. That little bit of junk they do, man, you can buy that junk out of Walmart. They had little chemistry set you buy when you was a kid. They don't even sell them no more. They know these lazy niggas, these niggas internet doctors. Niggas sit up here watching TV shows, Marcus Welby. These niggas don't know about, I used to watch Quincy when I was coming. Quincy used to solve murders. Barnaby Jones, they had no better police. All these jokers come on, law and order. Man, I grew up with Barnaby Jones. Nigga had a snub nose 32. Kill anybody on the planet. Ain't that right? Rock for fire. Bad private detective you could even hire. Man, I grew up with folk that solved crimes and murders. Quincy come in Colombo, he give it, he said, come here, and something bothered me. He ain't got another question. Something about your statement. When he do that joke, you done got tied up. He done got you. He come there, he come there, he got another question. That thing ain't no, but you done got messed up. You better take off running. Ain't that right? Man, these folk coming on out, watch that stuff. I said, man, I've seen these shows before already. That guy going on Law and Order, I liked him. I said, he ain't never Peter. I say never Peter Falk from that's all he was, Peter Falk. Try to come act like he knows something. Try to rethink. I said he stole that from Peter Falk. Peter Falk, the one that was his real name. Colombo real name was Peter Falk. They don't know that. They ain't know nothing about that. Chris, you sure got a lot of secondhand information we'll get through. On the internet? Yeah, I watched them. Yeah, I watched it before it was a rerun. So I grew up and studied one of those reruns. I watched it. It was fresh how they just done it. When he get to look, he said, I did good. I said, you did good. They turn, look at the camera. Like Mr. Roper on Three's Company. Oh, yeah. Say something funny, he turned, look at the camera and smile. So that's my kind of actor. Acknowledge the people at home. So I'm trying to help y'all out. We're going to get this stuff together. Y'all hear me? We want to clean up how we're living. And the first thing got to do, we're going to acknowledge the call. Okay? So when he called us, how did he call us? Kadash. And in order to call, let's go there. He called us Kadash. What is Kadash? Badal, separated. From what? Kataim. What is Kataim? Yeah, Kataim is sinner. Kataim is saying he got it from Kata. And I'm right in what you're saying. But then let's again, what deems something an act to be wrong? The Torah. So now the call is for us to know the Torah. So the Torah keeps us out of violation from getting back into what's clean. If I call you from uncleanness, if I call you to Kudash, what were you before? You weren't clean. So I call you to purity. Now what makes you pure? According to Adam, using the spirit, the dumb. No, actually, no, you purify your nefesh in Shama, obeying the Amat. So these are the reason why I'm saying that. It might seem hard, but it's simple once you understand it. How people, I had to feel, people don't try to live too right, you're gonna mess up. Then you don't want to mess up. So that's all confusing. Don't try to live too right, but then you don't want to mess up. So now you kind of stuck in a kind of enigma of, anyway, go, it look like I'm gonna mess up. So I got now this constant fear of, don't want to be too right. Then you don't want to be, and you wind up sinning. And I don't want to sin because I want to live right. So the understanding comes in, what deems an act to be right or wrong is the Torah. That's why we taught the Torah they call law. I said better to look at it as what? Directions, instructions. Because these are the directions you need to follow for the instructions. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of work hand in hand. By following those directions and implementing those instructions, this keeps me from committing kata, which keeps me from going back into against the call. Because the call was he called me to something, to Badal, which means I'm separating you for a purpose. I'm putting you somewhere because you're for a particular purpose. Those that comply with the debar. But I need to understand what is the debar teaching me. It's giving me a rule for a code of conduct, okay? So it's our job to understand what those rule of conduct. And when people speak, when we go through Inner the Nabim, we go to Inner Shalah, we are listening because we're examining people. How many people talked to us and told us stuff? How many people we looked to and we believed in? So now since we know there's a call, that's what he got them. We learned the book name, Genesis, proper name? Barashit, which means in the beginning. Our second book, we go to who? Ala Shemut, that they call Exodus, which means, and these were the names. Thirdly, we bring us into Uyakra, which means, they call Leviticus, and he called. So in the beginning, these were the names, and he called. Now the next book we look for the fourth book, where were we at? So now we learn he was calling us out of the wilderness. Because the wilderness was set around, we were lost. So I'm calling you out from where you were at. You got it. Now, after we got in the beginning, these were the names, and he called in the wilderness, now we want to know and these were the words. So now we start to set a precedence and a pattern when we go back to look at these books. So now, when we start looking at Nabaims and other writings we get, the Kitabim, the writings, we're looking for them all to kind of coexist and kind of work along and work kind of hand in hand with what we already know. Because this is what we got in the beginning, and these were the names. And we know he called. And we were in the wilderness, and these were the words. So now we're holding everybody to them first 5 standards. Y'all got it? The next man he got is Yahushua. He saves. See that? Your salvation comes. Once we follow the pattern, that's when salvation came. Yahushua, who they call Joshua. When did we get him? After these were the words. So we're watching we're watching everything and learning the name, so we're looking for the characteristics. So when we hear certain things said, we're watching. Shaul name means, I think, and he was heard Elohim. Shaul, so. He prayed, he asked. No, Shamuel is the name of. Look up Shaul for me, please. So we can just see it. I'm gonna get ready to let him go. Shamu heard and name or just heard? Is that English or what? He's that Betty Bot. Come on. Ask for. No, he asked. Well, ask for. Y'all see that? That's what we're doing. Ain't that something? Ask for. You know what he told us in the 10th chapter? Even in the 9th chapter, he talking about how he would that he was a curse to Elohim. That's what he asked for. He said, for my kinsman, my male according to the Psalm. That's what he asked for. He even said that he desired that you might be saved. He asked for that you might be saved. He said, if I bear you record, you got a zeal. Elohim gave him a name that he asked for. That's his name. He asked for that. He said, that was my palau word. Palau means to ask. You see how it makes sense? He gave a man, even when Ananias went down to sin, he said, he told him when Yahushua told him to go on down the straight talk, well, he told him to go down, and he was going to find a man, and told him about Shaul, he was going to go down and find him, and he told him how he had heard so many things of that man, how he had put people to death. And he told him to go down and sin and said, behold, so that man, he asking. He was palau when he came to sin. That's right, and he did. You know what he asked him for? He said he might receive his sight. That's what he told him. He told that man to ride, told him to receive his sight. That man went right off to work. That's what the man did. Man was asking. Hello? See, it's that important for us to even look at these names. They gave us names that actually have nothing to do with our works. There were people that had other deity names, but we can see how their name they actually acted upon. You see what I'm saying? That was a rearing toward what their names were. These white folk gave us names, these slave names. I don't care, these little cute, funky nail. That don't mean nothing. Funkaneo. It's different. It means stupid in English. Right? Dummy in the hood. Yeah, that's right. They didn't give us nothing to aim for. The names they had, they ain't Yahushua. The man name seven. So what I gotta be doing? So I see the man in trouble. Hey man, you need some help. He said, "What's that, man? I appreciate. What's your name? Yahushua? You know your name means saved." Oh, that's how he reeled him up. He sees somebody. You need to go help him. Run over there and help. Go over there and help her right quick. Help her. Do that. Run over there and help. That's his name. That's what he's trying to tell him. Folks come to all you doing was helping people. Woman bleeding about help. That's I came to help. A man blind. That's your name. Y'all got it? So that's how important it is to recognize these speakers that we listen to. That's why I said, let's look at what their names are. So when we read their book, we know if I'm looking for a particular, you're going to, most people don't know how to use the library. It's certain areas you're going depending on what you're looking for. That's what we look at when we look at our book. Because some of us have hang up about certain things, and it's good to understand the book names so you kind of get a directive of where you're going. Even with the plan of salvation, even how it works, it's important for us to know. Hello? Okay. I know y'all tired. We'll get ready to let y'all go. I do a hob, y'all. Y'all think I just stand here and fuss at you? I do. Y'all be thinking I'm mad with you. I do. You know why? Because I want the best for you. I used to think my dad, he was mad at me a lot. He was mad at me a lot. I felt like he was to me. I just felt like he just kind of was, looked like just nothing kind of would please him when I did stuff. But I understood him later. You know, you look at when you make mistakes and you make bad mistakes in your life, you can't go back and change them as an adult. So you really hard press on your kids because you don't want them to have a life of regrets, where it's more regrets than pleasure and enjoyment. You know, life should be something you should kind of embellish and be able to enjoy, although there's some things in the books as using this world and not abusing it. But when you make a lot of bad mistakes, a lot of your life will be wasted on regrets. had I not did this, I had it. Had I done it, had I stayed school, had I not done it, had that. You can't live your whole life off regrets. You can't. So a lot of time for kids who parents might seem like they're hard on you, it's because they don't want you to live your life a lot of regret. We want you to just be able to go and live free. You're sinner first, but you can go and live your life without all them regrets, all them mistakes, all that pondering back in your mind, all that you suffering for that. Then somehow it's because of that, it's because of, I forgot about that. Then I got, oh goodness, and this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I had an old friend came by and see me the other day at the job, and my boy, I know y'all heard it, he said, your boys know what you did? He said, your sons know everything? I said, they know. I told him. He said, oh, yeah. He said, I was wanting to know. First he want to try to check me to see maybe I didn't tell him what I'd done or whatever, you know, just to kind of see. People just want to know, did you try to hide your life? Well, I said, they know. I said, I tell them. I said, so my kids they never had to live the way I had to live. I never want my kids to ever live. I don't never want to live like an animal. I don't never want to feel like they got to do whatever it takes, or you don't have to never live like that. You can make it. All y'all young people, you ain't never got to live like that. We working for that. We put in this time we put in, so y'all guys don't have no fear. These people don't realize what kind of fear these kids get. 11th, 12th grade, big fear. Yeah, yo, come in, 12th grade. You out of here when you got out of high school. Man, that thing probably, you say a lot of kids ain't really got no direction. And you ready, you done threaten their whole life, they getting out of there. You're behind going to college or military. Wow, you done pretty much done playing my life and stuck me. I got to do this, I'm going to get thrown out. My kid parents throwing them out. 12th grade, I'm throwing you out. That's a lot of fear, a lot of worration on these kids, a lot of pressure versus let's have a plan set for them. 12 years of school don't prepare you for no life. There's no way 12 years of school prepare you for life. Life itself will train you. But you got to have some coaching behind it. You got to have some people behind you that can help you from falling and help you make the right decision so you don't get yourself in a mess. A lot of kids make the wrong decision, get the right job, wrong job, and get stuck there. They don't waste a lot of time laying around, going back in school, dropping out, gonna go back to something. Stupid. You just adding up debt. Just stupid. Go back to school so you can stop student loan, but you're increasing debt. That's a lot of dumb decision made, and by the time people catch on, the debt down. So we try to work with y'all so y'all don't have to make them dumb decisions. You can sit back and look at your life, no regrets. It ain't to be smart. One time I stole a piece of bubble gum. We ain't gonna hold that against you. We'll put that on somebody, pocket Mike. That you get him out. We ain't gonna let that hold on. He just been stacking up anyway. It's some folks stacking up. We can get that to somebody, some other. If not him, we get then he said he was a son when he was in school. He stole that bubble gum. I was gonna say, hey, Mike used to be a son in school. And I throw it on him. So y'all kids, we want y'all to have them like nice, easy little stuff in there. One time I broke a pencil. We ain't gonna hold that against you. Go ahead. Mike was a sinner when he was in high school. That's all I'm gonna tell him. Let's put on somebody else. Y'all don't want to get out here and been homosexual, pregnant early age, and got on drugs and rot all your teeth out and all like that. Cause we gonna laugh at you. I ain't gonna tell the truth. We gonna laugh. That mean stuff be funny. We gonna laugh. We gonna be sitting like a crackhead. We gonna be like serious. Man, we gonna be busting out laughing. Cause I mean that's what we do. At least we honest. Y'all that old hypocrite stuff. Don't be laughing. Why we gonna laugh? It's funny. I'm gonna put a diaper in, I'm gonna lay a St. Bernard turd. So if y'all can save yourself and don't go out here and get your eye cut out your head and be looking stupid and smoke up that dope and burn all that dope stuff, you're gonna lose your mind. Yep. I'm telling you, that stuff burn. You'll smoke dope? Don't smoke it. Don't do it. I smoke marijuana. That burn up a lot of brain cells. I could have just forgot because this thing got old. Liquor messes up your brain too. How my mom said about my dad, she said, that liquor done cooked this brain. Man, that thing scared me. I said, man. So I drunk more beer then. She just said that stuff. She did. She told me, that liquor done cooked this brain. I had like, something about drinking liquor, that stuff frying my brain. I'm like, oh my goodness. I drunk some, but I ain't never drank enough to fry my brain. You a kid, you hear that stuff, man, that stuff mess your mind up. How many of y'all heard that before? She's how that liquor cook your brain. So I want to make sure y'all, we said crack. No, that crack, no, that's something else. Oh, the egg, yeah, from the egg, yeah, but they should holler about that liquor. Cook your brain. That before crack came out. This in the 70s. Yeah, right, they were freebasers. It was the same thing, but anyway. We just want to make sure everybody get right. I'm trying to say Mexican dude. You got any Mexican friend, tell them I want them saved. Don't come here, we ain't got no room. Because they'll huddle up in one spot. No, I'm messing with them. But everybody, watch that. I want to see everybody saved. I want to see everybody have a fair opportunity, a fair chance, old and young. If you done made mistakes in your life, one thing you got to do, remember, you ain't never got to keep making the same mistake. Make it once, not twice. Y'all got me? That's all you do. You made a mistake. Don't make another one. You can't erase the one you made, but guess what? You ain't got to make another one. That's right. He finally getting right. You don't get it, man. You must be can't get right opposite brothers. Man done got right. Now we're going to call him got right. Y'all got it? We got can't get right. When he get the answer wrong, he can't get right. When he get it right, got right. So that can't get right twin brother. Give Mr. Yahuwah a hand clap. Appreciate everybody. Oh, yeah. Appreciate y'all. We're going to get out of here. So we're going to go ahead and